And before y'all say something, yes, I like my hair. Hey, pumpkin, because I'm going to my gray and I got to take all this dark hair color off. So by my birthday, all of it going to look like this right here. Y'all hear me? So don't be acting surprised. I'm telling y'all right now. But I couldn't just bleach it all the way. I can't tear it down. It took me too long to grow it. So we're going to go in stages, lighter and lighter until we can add that gray on there. Because what I'm not about to keep doing is dyeing it. If it's going to be gray, let's just jump head on in. I'm over it. So, because this part be gray. Y'all see how gray that gray is? It's real gray. So we taking all these layers out of color for years and years. And we about to just let it be gray. I'm not fighting with it anymore. I'm over that. I've been waiting on gray hair anyway. I'm just gonna hurry it along. It ain't. Oh, is it Happy New Year? Where you at already? It's only 9:48. It might be 10:48 where you at. So get used to it. I'm just gonna tell y'all right now. Hello. This is not. I'm trying to get all of this color out so I can get to my real color, which is this right here. We're gonna get to that. That's what we're getting to, cause that's where I'm at. It's 8:49, right? That's what I'm like. It's 9:49. Okay, well, it's already 2025 in Dubai. How long have I had them? About 7 years. Yeah, 7 years. 7. And this front part, I got some back here. Don't sleep on me now. That ain't all of it. It's some back here. This is the front part. I'm grateful, honey, because I've been a part of the BHB club forever. So, yeah. Well, wait. Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell all of y'all something. Happy New Year, one, whenever we get to it. But two, do not be out here throwing yourself around. Don't do nothing stupid tonight. Do not let the alcohol or whatever meds you got going to this evening make you make no silly mistakes. You hear me? You can turn up, but you ain't got to be silly. Do you hear me? In the house with my babies, that part. I'm just saying. Good job. Yes. I want y'all to turn up, but don't do nothing silly. Don't take no crazy fools home. People is crazy. So if you out or you getting ready to go out, Auntie is telling you, because I know it's my young ladies and young men, and some of my old ladies and old men is going to the club too. Be safe. Have a designated driver if y'all can. Don't be hopping in no list and everybody tow up. You gotta think smart. Take your little something that you can stash away somewhere just in case the nigga get crazy. Because folks be having ideas on evenings like this. I'm on the floor laying down, home play around. Okay. You said I might be asleep before the. Yeah, this is my crowd of people, honey. You said I'm in my bed. This is my crowd right here. This is my crowd. The rock, listen. This is my crowd. Y'all see? Honey, I done turned on How to Get Away with Murder. And was watching that, fried me some fish, made me some broccoli and cheese, and sat there in my bed and watched a couple of episodes of How to Get Away with Murder. And came on here, I didn't pour me some water and grape juice together. And thank you, Auntie. And that's it, that's all. It's not safe. It ain't safe. It ain't safe. It ain't safe. It's not safe outside. And a lot of folks is just out there wilding and crazy, honey. Sit down somewhere. I'm hoping my girls is in the house. I ain't talked to nobody. I was looking into the New Year tradition. In the bed, I already half sleep. Good job. You said you just walked in the door. Listen. It's not nothing outside. And the way folks, do y'all see how crazy people is getting? I said we was at home. We inside tonight. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. I just woke up about an hour ago. Was knocked out. I fried me some fish and sat in my bed. I said, baby, listen. Nothing but darkness and trouble, honey, and jail cells and stuff. That's why I say I'm grateful I had my babies, because they kept me from doing a lot of crazy. I mean, I ain't gonna say I didn't go out no New Year's, but I wouldn't, like, I didn't get to go out every New Year's because I had them babies and I had to do New Year's with them. I'm watching. I almost got away with it while my husband snores that far, girl. I don't know why those shows, because I'm gonna be honest, I just be thinking people is crazy. People are really crazy. I just saw a video right now of a young lady coming out saying that her ex is on TikTok telling people that he's HIV positive. And she said, I'm so grateful that I listened to my first mind and didn't sleep with you unprotected. She was like, because you knew you had HIV and you was still trying to sleep with me unprotected. I'm like, that's crazy. Like, why would you want to do it? And I'm not knocking nobody, because everybody got their issues. But now you coming out and telling these stories, but that's scary. And she had her test results and everything. And it's like, ain't nobody knocking you if you got it. Anything. It could be anything. It don't even got to be that. Hell, I don't give a damn. If you got liver disease or something like that, and you don't tell me about it, and we start a relationship, and you're not telling me that you could be sick or whatever it is, that's unfair. That's like a person not telling you they got cancer and letting you get them married and all of this stuff, and then all of a sudden they just super sick. Like, you can't control that, but if you knew ahead of time, that's unfair. It doesn't matter what the sickness is, that is unfair. You see, when I date people, I be like, look, I got lupus, so sometimes I don't feel like it. I'm just gonna tell you right now. Sometimes this body just don't, it ain't gonna move around, and I ain't gonna be able to. Can you cook? Because you might have to cook for yourself. Can you do this? Because if you can't, you might not even want to look over here. Because if it on a day when I might not feel good, I'm not doing anything but going to the bathroom and probably sleeping if I get in a day like that. So that's something I'm gonna let somebody know, because that's something that they need to know. You need to know if a person, and this is why in the beginning of this here TikTok thing, I said we need to normalize telling our people all our bad stuff first instead of all the good stuff. That, I think, if you plan on dating, and that's probably why I don't be having to worry about it, because I'm about to tell you all my flaws up front. I'm not about to tell you all my good stuff, because then you're gonna wanna. What was I getting ready to go get, y'all? Water? What did I say I was getting ready to go? I didn't even tell you. Probably some water. Hold on. Yeah. I couldn't remember, y'all. But yeah, that's unfair. You cannot do that. You cannot. I don't care what it is. That's not okay. That is not okay. And I think we would have a lot less. Me too, Circa. I just let you know. My best friend is no. Listen, this is the thing. I'm not looking for temporary, so I might as well tell you all my crazy stuff, so you can know ahead of time if that's even on your list. Because if it ain't, I don't want you to play in my face. I want you to go away. Yep, I'm about to let you know right now. I'm an Aquarius. Mm-mm. You can tell them all you want to. You want me to talk to my homegirl for you? Because it's a few of them I will not be. I don't care. Mm-mm. 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 No, sir. Leo, no, sir. Aquarius, hell no. Aquarius and Leo is hell no, like all the way around. Pisces might be on the list. I don't know. Crazy. No, absolutely not. I lightened it because I told you I'm about to go gray. Absolutely not. I'm a Pisces, and I don't think I'll ever date one again. I married one. That was foolish. Mm-mm. That was not a smart idea. That was not a smart. I don't think. I mean, that's just me, but yeah, no. Maybe it was. I don't know. Mm-mm. Our fish wasn't never on the same pattern ever. They was never swimming in the same direction. Not ever. Yeah, no. Mm-mm. My husband is a Pisces, and you're right. Not too much on the Pisces, cause y'all can't stand Pisces, but y'all be. I'm a Pisces. What y'all not gonna do is do me. Didn't I tell y'all people be like that? They say, you're not like the others. Like I used to hear that when I worked in all white places, and it'd be like me and another token black person, and they said, "Well, you're not like the others," but I am. I'm married to a Sag. We both heads every day. I'm a Pisces. Ooh, you said it. I said I won't never. I wasn't talking about you. My oldest is February 28th. I love y'all, please, especially the Mark. Come on now. Oh, Tone, you have not ever been around me. You would not know if we get along well or not. Cause I act like this off of camera too. And them faces that y'all see on here, they're legit all day. No, but I'm gonna tell you, I can't say all, but most of the people that I know that were born under that, I can't say all, we bump heads big time once we get close. And it's because there are two very dominant personalities there. My homeboy that y'all, the drove, he, yeah, my brother, my little brother that I love so much that used to be my best friend. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then there's another Aquarius. I mean, and I never even really care about the sign or none of that, but it just seems like, it just seems like, cause I'll be around anybody. I don't care. I'm able to do that and be fine. But it just seems like all the people that I have certain issues with, they be following the same. Like I run into Leos that think they can manipulate me, and it's crazy. And I'm gonna tell you this: I got very close with two women Leos and a man Leo, and when I tell you they birthdays is like the fifth, sixth, and the seventh, and they was not raised to know each other, anything, met in different states and everything. And baby, honey, if they all ain't trying to hustle you every time you turn around, trying to slick somebody into something, I said, baby, listen, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. And I ain't saying all, but the ones I ran into, I said, what in the heck? I hate to say it, Leos think they slick. And they do not know people can see them because y'all creatures of habit. All the Leos I ever met, baby, is creatures of habit, honey. They gonna do the same. Okay, remember the call I told y'all or the email I always get, and I always get them at a certain time in the first week of August, around January, and then around my birthday. Y'all remember? Y'all remember me telling y'all that I'm a pattern person, so I pay attention to people's patterns. So this just ain't me saying, no, I'm telling you. And so then this year, I had to tell that person, listen to me. Please don't call me no more. You do realize that you call me the same 3 times a year, every year since 2012. Since two, up until this year, since 2012, in the same week, it might not be the same day, but in the same week, if it's the first week of March, if it's the first week of January, if it's the first week of August, for 12 years, for 12, I could see 2. I could see 4. I could even see 6. But 12. I don't fall for that. If they come back, it must be. Because the Bible said the devil go out roaming like a roaring lion, seeking who he may devour, and then he come back seeking a house. Them spirits do. You see what I'm saying? So just because they come back don't mean it's God. It could be that scripture that's in play. And I'm just not talking about a Leo. I'm talking about people in general. Think about how many people left your life in the last 3 years. Or they just kind of fell off. You didn't even have to fall out with them. You just don't talk to them no more. But if you learn their patterns in the last 1 or 2 years, it could be a homegirl, it could be your parents, it could be anybody. If you journaled about your interactions with them, if they come back at the same times of year, this next year, then you'll have a pretty much solidified pattern of how this person is going to be. But most people don't pay enough attention to the people around them to understand why they keep being in the same situation, and it's because you're around the same people that are going to do the same thing every time. Y'all probably got a million friends saying what they gonna change next year, right? Y'all seen the New Year's resolutions? Y'all seen them? No? Okay. Y'all saw them last year too, didn't you? If you've seen one that ain't yours, that's a New Year's resolution. It's okay to speak it, but if you have not started a plan for it, it'll probably be your New Year's resolution next year too. If you're going out of town, you plan for that. You'll start buying your clothes 3-6 months ahead of time, a year ahead of time, depending on the person, before you go on your trip. No, you'll start picking up earrings and shorts and nice drawers to wear on the beach just in case you run in, and you'll start picking up stuff all the way until it's time, and then you've worked overtime to make money so that you can have money to take, so that you can shop while you're there, and shop before you go. No? Just think if people put that same effort into their New Year's resolutions, what would happen? If they literally planned out month by month or week by week to do these New Year's resolutions, there wouldn't be a lot of people saying they didn't accomplish what they said they was going to accomplish last year. Think about it. If you put a plan together for February from today, like a budget, name something you'd like to do next year. That's realistic. It could be small. Name something that you would like to complete by the end of the year next year. It could be something simple, taking an art class, it don't matter. Running a mile, whatever it is, something simple. If you wanted to complete something by the end of next year, give me one thing it would be. And it don't gotta be nothing big, y'all. Something small. Complete your certification to garden, okay? Excuse me. Get my kids and husband's passports, okay? Come on. Come on. So that means you gotta go to the post office in 2 days and fill out your papers. Reading 50 books, okay. Lose 20 pounds, okay. So what's your first step in doing that? If you're gonna start today, which is almost next year, that right there is why you'll be talking to me about it in 6 months. You just put something out into the universe right there. Remember when I told you about my auntie and I said she was overweight and she would grunt every time she got ready to do something, and I said, Annie, that's when I went to go get my charger. I said, Annie, don't grunt, say Jesus every time you get ready to move. And that woman went from grunting every time, and I think she was almost 500 pounds. I told y'all, to running around a college thing 4 or 5 times. She lost over 300 and something pounds. So no grunting. I knew I went to go get something. Where's my water? Where's this charger? That's what I went to go get. People couldn't believe it. I said, Annie, we're going to get it done. Okay. Okay. So, first step, because it's already tomorrow somewhere. First step, what you doing today? You could draw out the boxes for your garden, even though you haven't found the space. Lay out your seeds and tape them into the boxes that are on your diagram. And that way, when you go out there, you don't have to, you already got it in your mind of how you want it to look, no matter where it's at. Home Depot, here I come. Got it. Okay. Oh, you're going to sleep in? Okay. Well, I'm talking to the people that got a New Year's resolution. Making a list of books. Okay. Okay. So you're trying to read, what, a book a week or so? Continue strengthening the left side from my stroke to walk without any assistance is my big goal. Okay. Pretty cool. Okay. Working on your health. Okay. Eat a healthy breakfast. Okay. So then, have you already been looking up meal plans? Okay. Okay. Well, I was just talking to the people. I said, if you have a goal, then what is going to be the first thing you do tomorrow? That's why I was kind of confused about that, because I was just talking to the people that set a goal, and they was talking about what they was going to do tomorrow to, get it done. You went and bought lots of fruit. Okay. Okay. Anybody else? Have you thought about it? I saw somebody say journaling more. So do you have currently printing my passport? High five, Nisi Poo. Here, come here. Good job. High five. I was wondering. I'm like, okay. Well, that's interesting. That part. Be consistent in using your planner. Okay. So have you picked out what day you're going to schedule? Like, I don't know what your planning day. What day will your planning day be? And then are you setting alarms for the next 4 weeks so that you can make sure that whatever time you set aside for planning, you've blocked that out like you would anything else, and then you'll do it. Yep. Set your alarms up so it can't get away from you, and make them go off 3 times. You'll do it. Mhm. Okay. Okay. All right. Anybody else? Anybody else? I actually started research today and found a herbal blend that helps with. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that's what I thought that I couldn't tell. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Good job. Hey, entering more of my paintings in the art shows. Come on now. That's what I'm talking about. And what about magazines too? Just submitting them to magazines and seeing if they like it. If you got something, that's a good way too. You know, it might not come. It might come from a different place. Yeah, yeah. Maybe do a black and white copy of something. I love you too. Why? Wait. Why you say that? I'm gonna tell you something. When your auntie set her mind to something, she gonna do it. Now I might piddle paddle around for a minute until I really get the deal. But once I get and I put my pen to paper about what I'm gonna do, the whole time, even if I'm not doing that specific thing, I could be thinking, a couple times a day, okay, I need to be doing this. I need to look at that. I need to do this. I need, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a real thing. And it's a lot of people that used to be like, dang, you said you was going to do it. Yeah. And I did. Because all it really takes is sitting and if I can watch somebody do it, I can do it. I might have to sit down and read it, read over it. But for the most part, if I can watch you do it, I can do it. It's a thing though. But listen, when you want to know when your auntie got disciplined, for real, when I realized how much time I wasted, 30 minutes is a long time. You can do a lot in 30 minutes. We'll say you ain't got to do no laundry, you don't got to clean no kitchen, you don't got to do none of that. If you had 30 free minutes in your house to do whatever you wanted to do and everything is already clean, you see what I'm saying? You ain't got nothing to do. What will you do with that 30 minutes? $30 is a long time. It really is. You can cook a whole meal in 30 minutes. It's a lot you could do. You could be learning a new language 30 minutes a day. You could be learning to write different manuscript. I don't know. Like you could do a lot of things in 30 minutes. You could learn how to do a new hairstyle. You could learn how to make, you know, build a damn mud home. It's a lot of stuff you could do in 30 minutes. You finally learn how to use your back seal. Good job. I'm just saying, y'all, like, Auntie didn't always, I mean, I've always had to have some type of discipline because I was a mom early. You know what I'm saying? And so I couldn't just be crazy. I had to get up and get my son to daycare and all that kind of stuff. And then my girls came. But for the most part, like, it's a lot of stuff you can do in an hour, 30 minutes. Hell, 15 minutes can be very productive if you doing it right, you know? Your life don't have to be chaotic all the time. It's okay to let go and you don't have to be OCD or crazy. But if you take out a good 2 to 3 hours during like a Saturday or a Sunday to plan your week with the kids, with laundry, with all of that kind of stuff, it makes the week go by smoother. There's not as many crazy mornings. There's not as many upset rides to school and to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. It makes your week go smoother. And when I did have to go to corporate America and clock in, I was young, but I had crock pots and everything. When I get home, I had to work like 13 hours. So 12 to 13 hour shifts. So when I get home, I don't got 2 hours to be playing trying to make no food. I don't. So 9 times out of 10, like I said, I used to make big pans of lasagna, let them cool, bust them down, 4 meals for the month. Boom. I make chimneys, roll them up, I had something in the crock pot, whatever it was. Like, I don't have 4 5 hours to be cooking because I got to get all 4 of these kids in the tub, right? My son was in kindergarten, so I might have to help him with his homework. It's already going on like 8:30 9 o'clock. Like, so I had to prepackage my meals. Like when I went grocery shopping, I seasoned all my food already, like washed it, seasoned it up, so it went in the freezer season. I already knew if it was gonna be taco meat, lemon pepper pork steak, so whatever I was gonna do, all that meat was seasoned up. So all I had to do is snatch it out, defrost it, put it in the oven, fry it, whatever I gotta do. 30 minutes, I'm done. No more than 45. By that time, all them kids then got out the tub. They sitting in there, come eat your dinner. We're gonna wash your face up, wash your hands up, read y'all a story, and get y'all in the bed because I gotta get right back up at 4 and get this all popping again. So I couldn't have just, you know what I'm saying? Now, I ain't saying my house was always spick and span because I have 4 kids under 6. So it might be a whole bunch of clothes on the couch or something until Sunday when I could get to it to fold it because I worked long hours. But I had to have the rest of that, getting them fed, getting their hair combed, getting them in the bed, that type thing. I had to have that down because hard mornings I couldn't have it, and I had a 45-minute drive to work. You can't be crying when I drop you off at daycare at 5:30. You gotta go in here and sit down because mommy gotta go to work. So, certain things that you do, it'll help you in other areas. If you just take that time, a couple of hours a week, and plan out your, even if it's just your, Monday through Thursday, and then y'all kind of wing it Friday and Saturday. Long as you don't do too much on Sunday, you'll be in the game, and then that way you can put in your workout or whatever it is that you want to be able to do. Yeah, and I know this ain't. I don't even know why we talking about this, but for real. I got tired of running behind. Anybody ever felt like that? You get tired of running behind. You get tired of being late. You get tired of missing deadlines and all those kind of things. hmm That just means that I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When I was doing that, I was not giving God His time. Y'all want to know what the secret for me was? When I start getting up, reading my scripture in the morning first, and I read my devotional, and before I get on my phone and do all of that, God will let my days go smooth, man. I'm telling you. But all the days that I didn't get up and get my word first and give Him His time, I was always running behind time. Promise. When I started making time for Him in the day, I did not run into so much crazy traffic. Stuff just goes smoother. He said, "Give me your first." That's the beginning of your day. You said she just choose. You can't write that because then they be talking about I'm abusive. It's love taps. I just gave you the tightest hug and kiss on your face. No abusive talk over here. Yep, you gotta use love taps and big hugs and big kisses. Yeah. Can't use them words no more. Thank you, sis and family. I'm glad I'm bringing in a new word here with y'all. Yeah. Hello. This is the thing. You all right? But sorry, ain't gonna get it, y'all. You might not have been here. So if y'all need y'all to go back and watch the rewatches sometimes though, so y'all can know what's going on if you miss class. At least the most recent one, and I don't really say that, but then I be yelling at folks because I thought you was in the class the day before. So yeah, but I've been saying that for a while too, that we can't talk like that and say that kind of stuff. But I don't think people be hearing me when I say it. You're welcome. Yeah. So anyway, with that, I didn't want nothing. I'm probably about to go get back in my bed and turn the TV on. I just wanted to talk to y'all for a minute, and tell y'all, the blizzard. Not the blizzard, but the super cold, the vortex we talked about. Y'all remember? Y'all remember we talked about the polar vortex? Dang, until you couldn't wait until next year to love on me. I have been slacking, but I'm getting on track. I just love you so much. Let me give you another kiss on your forehead. Hmm. That's what Tara said. Tara, you cannot be kissing everybody on the forehead, honey. It's a new year. You can kiss them on their shoulders, okay? That's where you're gonna kiss them, just right on the shoulder, not on the forehead anymore. Yeah, she gonna on your shoulder. I'm just saying, this is the thing, right? If God is time and we talking about we want to go to heaven, you don't think it'll be important to give him, your time right now, seeing as how you want to spend time with him in eternity? You don't think that's important? You want him to let you in your party, his party, but in 24 hours you don't want to give him the first 30 minutes that you would. Why should he let you in? You said it's very important, right? And that's why I told y'all I used to get kind of blown away by a lot of the church people that I know because they never wanted to study the word. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. And I'm like, how, if I call you in the morning, if I call you at night, if I call you in the middle of the day on a Saturday, you never have time to read the word, but you can talk, 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 talk all day. You'll talk about God this and talk about God that and talk about God this. But if I say, hey, let's study together, you got 30 minutes. Oh, no, I'm busy. I got to go do laundry. I got to. But you can talk my ear off about all the drama, all the chaos, all the stuff going on with the pastors for almost 2 hours. And then I say, let's study. And you be like, no, I don't have time for that. But these are the same people that be ready to slap you upside the head with their Bible because you can't tell them about the word. It's like, but you never want to study it. Why? Y'all don't find that odd? Do you? Any of y'all find that odd? That folks that stay in church, if you try to get them to read the Bible outside of church, they do not have time to read it. Not all, but a lot. They will not study with you. And you be like, I just want to read with you. No. That doesn't make any sense. Because if I'm walking on the street or anywhere, somebody say, can you study the Bible with me or whatever it is, I'm like, yeah. Ain't that what we here for? I've seen it with my own eyes. I'm trying to tell you what I know. I used to be like, how you? Okay. That's scary to me. You don't think that's scary? It ain't even got to be the lost books, just regular scripture. They don't want to study with you. They don't. And that's a spooky thing because what if somebody comes and sees us studying and then they come and they ask questions? There's two or three right there. Yeah, no. These is whole pastors and ministers. You got to be able to read to teach, and they're teachers. I keep telling y'all, the people that I be talking to y'all about is whole ministers and bishops. I'm not joking. These people have had churches and got churches right now. I think y'all be. I'm talking about folks that's in leadership. I don't be talking to y'all about people that's not ministers and stuff. I'm telling you what I know. Mm-mm. You can't be audible or audio and you up preaching and hollering, and you got to read the scriptures. I didn't watch them read it for years and years and years. Some of them. No. That's what I'm telling you. These are people that have their whole pastors, ministers, bishops, whatever. They do not have time to study the Bible. But you ask them about how to get some money, they'll talk to you about that. They will talk to you about that. You said I have a nephew that remember, but could not read. Right. I get it. Y'all didn't hear what I said, did you? These are people that I know. So I know their reading level. Okay. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about nobody that can't. I'm telling you I know they can. And they don't ever want to study. But they are pastors and bishops and ministers. I know what I'm talking about. I understand that I do this. But I'm telling you, they'll tell me about how they get some money or how they get a new car or how they this or how they that. But they don't ever want to study the Bible. They never have time for that. You said my fan would be in the same spaces as those preachers and even TV. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you. They can tell you they going to work some overtime, this, that, and the other, but baby, try to talk to them about the scripture, they not listening to none of that. Hold on, y'all, I'll be right back. None of it, which is crazy. All right, y'all. Well, yeah, it's scary, especially being in the time that we're in right now. It's terrifying. Did y'all hear what they said about Puerto Rico? They said them people might be without power for what, 48 hours again. Y'all see that? It was another big blackout. So I guess they don't have power today and yesterday. Okay. And then y'all saw the stuff about the polar vortex coming. Yeah. Y'all don't think that's crazy? They talking about the East Coast is going to get down in the negative temperatures. Y'all seen that? This don't seem like the day after tomorrow to y'all. It's tornadoes. It's crazy temperatures. Everybody's like, oh, it's winter. Nigga, have you ever been to Florida? And it do not get negative in Florida. No, negative 15 in Florida. Florida is just like Phoenix. Everybody, the snowbirds come there. The people that live in like Michigan and cold places like Missouri and stuff like that, they go to Florida and Phoenix for the winter. They got houses. What do you mean? They go there because it's not cold. Are you crazy? It's not supposed to be freaking negative nothing in Florida. Right. In Arizona, they call them snowbirds. And every year, all the houses that you've been thinking is vacant or whatever it is, the people that own that house come back and they're there from November, December, January, February, then about March they go home. Yeah. Yeah. Listen, this is the thing. It is a lot, right? Because Louisiana got snow twice, I think. Every other day is hot. Let me see, is it? Well, every other day is hot. No human winter does it ever get cold like blizzard. This is something new for Louisiana, right? Right. Right. That's what I'm saying. Is y'all seeing it? You see? Y'all see everybody talking about the perfume is making them not feel well? The perfume is making people not feel well. Uh-huh. And then all of this weather that's coming. They got freeze signs out here too. Hey, they got freeze signs out here too. So did y'all hear what they said that it might cause blackouts here too? Okay. Did y'all see that? They said depending, like in the South, I saw they were saying that it could cause small pocket blackouts because of everybody trying to use the energy or whatever like that, something like that. Like they're gonna want you to have something else just in case. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But do y'all remember we talked about it too? Y'all don't remember? When we was talking about we talked about the polar vortex last year. It was this year and last year that we talked about the polar vortex that was supposed to be coming. Y'all remember? A little bit of it hit. It was one that came, and then it came, and it was like, oh, it's gonna be real bad. Last year wasn't too bad, but it was only certain places got it. But remember, they said because it didn't do something and something else, and we went and looked it up again, and it was talking about all of this crazy weather that was gonna be here. It said the summer was gonna be super hot, and was it not? The summer was crazy. It was extreme heat, like everywhere. And then they said it was going to be drastic, drastic cold. Both my phones been acting up. My main phone keeps shutting since Monday. Interesting. Hmm. And look at what they're saying. It's right here. But you know what? Most of our folks, you got terracotta pots. You got lava rocks. I don't know if y'all then figured out how to do y'all. And you know what's so crazy? When I talked to my uncle the other day, guess what he said? He said, I'll go get me a flat top stove, baby. He said, you know the ones that got the flat top, you can put the wood in there? He said, I'll hang that thing out my window. I said, amen. He said, you know what I'm talking about? I said, yeah, I got one. He said, the kind you just, I said, where you can put your cast iron skillet right on top. He said, you can fry whatever you want to. You can fry it. He said, and it's going to keep the house warm. He said, I'm sure about to go find me one. I said, Uncle, I already got one. Because I believe what you're saying. And my uncle's 58 years old, and he is from the country, where they had outhouses when they was little. You hear me? So, for him to say that, you know I got a big old smile on my face. I said, folks over here in my community, we good. We got that, and we got the cast iron skillet. Do, do. Dude, now he didn't know. I told him. I said, hey, excuse me, we got a. You said someone stole the one big one. Thankfully, I got the smaller one. Yeah, long as you got one. Long as you got one, that's all that matter, honey. Long as you got one, cause it's a lot of people. All these cutesy, very demure blankets ain't gonna work if it's that kind of situation going on. Ain't got the skillet, but I got the stuff. Come on, India. Come on. Come on. You can use a regular pot on there too. It's just the cast iron to keep it hot for a little bit longer. But you can use your other pots on there too. They'll be good. It's gonna cook right on top of them. You can use them too. It ain't nothing but a flat top stove. The ones that we used to you just gotta be careful with your grease and stuff. You can't fill that so you don't start no grease fire or nothing. But put your stuff right on top of there. It'll fry. You can cook your stew and all that stuff. Sit it right on there. You said once blankets get wet, they're not helpful. Right, right. But I'm talking about as far as if there's no electricity. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, we talk. Yeah, I mean, but you can put a blanket over on top of that stove and just keep moving it around or hang it up close. It's gonna dry. Mm-hmm. Cause we used to have to hang our clothes up. My mama put a sheet up. One time, I guess our dryer went out, and she made a clothesline in the kitchen and turned the oven on and put a sheet over the over the door that goes out into the kitchen and living room, and hung all them clothes up in there, and they was dry by the morning. Sure did. She did that a couple of times. Yeah, yeah. You said this is the school of knowing. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. My aunties, boy, you'll go in there. Yeah, you'll go in that kitchen and they done cooked and did all that stuff, baby. And now it's the laundry room. You said you only had a clothesline until I was. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know about, baby, please. I know how to hang some clothes up. Go get them clothes off the line. It's about to rain. They only let certain stuff touch they let like they underclothes and different things get the rain water, all that old stuff. Yeah, my mama do too. My mama still she live on the west coast. She ain't using no dryer if she don't have to. She gonna hang everything up. She said it'll be dry in 2 hours. Jeans, everything, especially if it's gonna be hot. She said I get up, do my laundry, and put it right out there. And she got a nice dryer, but she ain't gonna use it because she don't want to spend her money on that. Cause it's Arizona. Shoot, by 10 o'clock it be 100 degrees. Yeah, your stuff about the yeah, yeah. You said I'm old school, but I guess my beginning never let. I'm listen. I will get it. I done told y'all, baby. One of my washer broke. I had kids. I ain't got time to be trying to go to no laundromat. I will fill that tub up with boiling water. Put my soap and stuff in there. Put some baking soda in there. Let that crap cool down. And get in there and stomp on some clothes. I'm not too good for nothing. Do you understand me? I done been in the trenches and on out. And then I'm gonna take the clothes out, wring them out in the towel real good. Get my blow dryer, fold them pants over, cut the waist, put my blow dryer in there, let them dry for a good couple of hours, and then hang them up. They'll be dry in the morning. I didn't have to do what I had to do. If my dryer broke and I ain't got time to be trying to go and do this, I'm about to get it done. I don't got, and my kids ain't going to school with no dirty clothes on. Tuh, tuh, ain't. And as long as I got some Marcel's and a stove, they here. If I can't get it done, I know how to do it. Ain't nobody got time for that. Yeah. No, I do put them in the dryer now because I ain't got no clothesline. But yeah, listen, I ain't listen to listen. Listen here. I'm so grateful for them lessons though, because think about how many people don't know nothing about that. Think about it. Think about how many people, if there's no running water, they not gonna, they gonna, you know what they gonna do. You know exactly what they gonna do. But I'm talking about if they not used to not having no water, they not thinking, oh, the water ain't on. They just gonna be going. Yeah, yeah. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I'm trying to tell you, I'm so grateful for them days. Now, when my mom, we didn't have to go through a lot, but I lived other places, and the lights and water and stuff would get turned off where we was at, and my mom used to be like, "You are crazy." Yep, I'm over here roughing it. Don't worry about it. I'm getting it how I get it. I ain't over there asking you for nothing. But I learned a lot. You hear me? I learned a lot. I learned a lot. I learned a whole lot. You hear me? Yeah. Yeah. I went and lived with my friends and my aunties and uncles, and sometimes the situation wasn't a situation I had in my house. You know what I'm saying? But I learned. I'm grateful for the struggle. It taught me how to survive. I'm trying to tell you. Because think about how many people about to lose it because they don't know nothing about that right now. You think if these teenagers and young adults had to carry a bucket of water for 4 miles, they gonna do it? You think if they had to get in the tub and stomp out their clothes and rinse them and do it over and over again, rinse them out and wring them out and hang them up? Because this is what it's going to. I still wash clothes like that. Listen, I'm still in Mexico. I'm trying to tell you. I mean, I gotta wash and dry it now, but if it break down, I'm on it till I get me another one. I'm not about to sit here with no whole bunch of dirty clothes piled up nowhere because I ain't got no washer and dryer. It's gonna be smelling like some laundry detergent and some bleach up in this. Listen here. Who? And I taught my kids too. Sure did. Sure did, because you might move into an apartment and ain't got no money to go do laundry. What you gonna do? Wear some dirty clothes to work, girl, please. You better get in there and do what you gotta do. We had kerosene heaters we used to lay clothes in front of. They warm them. Yeah, yeah. Need to put a washboard on the list. I'm trying to tell you, honey. Listen, my cousin didn't. They didn't have no lights, and I'm trying to figure out how this nigga crease his clothes. He'll wash his have his mama wash his clothes. He had the old school Stay Flow starch in the bottle, the blue, but you know the blue. He'll spray his pants down while they wet, right? And then crease them and fold them exactly like he wanted them, perfect, and lay them under his mattress. They be dry, but this is how he creased his pants when they didn't have no electricity. And he'll have several pairs of pants. Because y'all know in the 90s we had to be creased up, crease in the front, crease in the. You hear me? And nigga be crispy at school. Nobody didn't even know no power, no water, no nothing. Talking about crispy. Jay, I mean, cause he did what he did, but his mama, whatever. So nigga stayed crispy at school. Wasn't even no power at the crib. Go around to my grandma's house, take a bath, get to the crib, ain't no iron. This how he was gonna crease his stuff. You go, this thing fresh in it, man. I'm telling you, clean. And wasn't no power at the crib. None. No water, no nothing. In real life. Trying to tell you. Yeah. I done seen some stuff and I'm grateful for that because if it ever came down to it, if all of this amenities go away, our utilities and all of that, I don't live in a house with somebody that ain't. It wasn't no water, no lights, no nothing, and they made it happen every day. I promise you, she did. Promise. The house was clean and everything. No joke. So, I ain't. Yeah. The scene in Chosen where they were slapping them clothes against the rock taught me something. Yeah. Listen, my people from the country, the country, Yeah, clean as a whistle. That's the first time I ever known about shaving soap and all of that. My auntie used to take soap when she didn't have no laundry soap. Man, she'll get that cheese grater. Fat, fat, fat. She about to wash dishes in that. I ain't saying it tastes good, but the dishes was clean. And she was going to wash clothes with it. Sure was. Yeah. She'll grate that soap in a minute and wash dishes with it. And wash clothes. And so I be seeing the people with the pink soap, but shoot, my auntie did it with Dow and Ivory. But she grew up in the country. It didn't taste good. The South, yeah. They had to boil clothes and all of that. Like my grandma did that kind of stuff. She worked for the white folks. That's what they say. Grandma worked for the white folks, so she went out there and cleaned their houses and washed their clothes and cooked their food and all of that. That's what my grandmother did. So she know about putting on a pot of water and putting some lye soap in there and letting it do what it's gonna do, and then boiling them clothes. And they come out, ain't no stains in them, ain't no nothing. My grandma even did that. My mama had to do it too. I still make the soap my grandma made. I'm trying to tell you. I've lived with no lights, no water, or gas in the winter. I know how to survive. Come on, Niqua! And do. And do. People be listening. I'm so grateful for that. And people like, oh my God. Oh my God. You ain't going to know what to do. Because your life has been so great, baby. Ours ain't about to quit moving. We just kick in to second drive. We just kick in a second, baby. That's all. We about to just, we ain't gonna have to move much, just a flick of the wrist. We gonna be okay. We had that on the back porch in the country to wash clothes. I'm trying to tell you, my auntie would go fishing and come back and fry it right. Yeah, my grandma. My grandma loved fishing. Loved it, baby. I told y'all she used to make fish head stew and turtle stew. She'll catch her a snapping turtle and catch them fish. I eat the part with the head off of it. My brother, oh baby, he's sucking eyeballs and everything. Mm-mm. He'll sit right there with her and peel all of that. Mm-mm. I don't want no parts of that, grandma. And you know what's crazy? Y'all want to know something crazy? My grandma is from the South. My grandma is from the South, right? My grandma's from the South. And there are certain dishes that my family make. I don't eat them. But there are certain dishes that my family makes. Yeah. Yeah, Miss Buckins. There are certain dishes that my family makes. And do y'all know the more African culture I study, the more I can see like where my grandma people came from? It's crazy how food can tell you a lot about what part of Africa your family came from, because they still make the same recipes for the most part that they made when they came over on the boat. You see what I'm saying? Because they brought stuff with them. And I see people in Africa eating the same okra dishes and stuff that my grandma and them used to make. And I'm like, the slime, I can't do it. But baby, all them breads and stuff like that, that's all the stuff my grandma and them used to make. And I'm watching women in Africa and they say, oh, we eat this for this and we eat this for that. And I'm like, my grandma used to make that. My auntie make that. My mama make that. That's crazy that you can go and look and see all the way across the world, because all African countries don't eat the same thing. All African countries, and even if they do, they prepare it in a certain way. Well, my kids cook like me. And I cook, well, I ain't gonna say I cook like my mama. Kinda I do and kinda I don't. But my dad's side of the family, my mama used to be able to cook. She can't cook no more. I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know. She can't cook no more. But she used to be able to throw down. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what happened. She got on the health kick and it ain't been right since. But my daddy's people too? Oh yeah, babe. My mama's people can cook. My mama, she just be eating all that fake cheese and stuff. I can't eat that. It ain't melting. The macaroni and cheese is not melting. Don't put no more fake cheese on this. Soft water makes the Dove soap bubble up. Yep. Well, they got soft water a lot of times in the South. You know, here in the cities, folks, we don't have all that. Hmm. My brother used to complain about that every time he went down south. He said you can't never get the bubbles off. He said I don't care how much you rinse when you go down south. They water so soft, they just keep on sudding up. You can't wash the water out, the suds out. My great grandfather used to make everything from scratch. I would sit in the kitchen and watch. Oh, grandmother, mine too, girl. My grandma, the one that just passed away, she the reason I be making all this stuff from scratch. I told you. Yes, honey. My grandmother just passed in May. Baby, listen. I love going to her house. She was always cooking something, baby. Always. Always. And then she was a whole pastor. But she always was. Yeah, see, I can't eat that. And my grandma eat that. My mom and them, they eat that. I can't eat that, girl. My cousins eat it. I cannot eat okra and tomatoes. I cannot eat that. It's the slime that gets me. If it was not slimy, I could eat it. I like fried okra. I like pickled okra. But once that slimy stuff starts, baby, you lost me with the whole recipe. I don't want none of it. Mm-mm. 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 And that's just me. Pretty much everybody else in my family eat it. I will not eat that. Mm-mm. Yeah, they eat it. Mm-mm. Yep. My cousin eat that. What you talk about right there? She'll go get a can of that and season it. My ex-husband used to eat it. I said, don't put that on my plate. No, I don't want it. No, I like pickled okra and fried okra. That's it. That's all. Unless you gonna like kind of brown it with some onions in a pan where it's like crispy. I'm not eating that. Yeah, no, I'm not eating that. You eat whatever you want to. I'm not eating that. I love pickled okra. It's one of my favorite things. I could eat a whole jar. And fried okra from churches, baby, I'm smashing the whole box, maybe two. But that slimy stuff, mm-mm. That's why I'm sad. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to eat like a goosey. I want to try it so bad, but I be seeing that sometimes they put okra in it, and if they put that slimy stuff in there, I can't eat that part. I want to try a goosey without the okra. Yes, I want to try that, but don't put no okra in it. Yeah. You eating churches right now? Ooh, I gotta drive to go get some, man. It be far. Ugh. Where I lived in India was one right around the corner, right down the street. Take me about 8 minutes to get there. Now I got to drive to a whole nother wherever to go get some. Mm-mm, I don't want that. Anyway, back to this cold weather. Make sure y'all have candles. Y'all hear me? Make sure that you all have a blanket in your car. And you remember how they used to tell us to get a metal big coffee can, and put a candle and some matches in there for just in case you get stuck on the road, and you can heat up the thing, crack the window, and you can heat up your car so you don't and okay. So that's what I need y'all to have. Okay. Okay. Make sure that you all I saw some hacks I'm about to do. Did y'all see to do the deodorant on your windshield? I mean on your on your lights? Like some degree. I got plenty of degree. And then I know about the shaving cream. I just didn't, because I normally buy the what you call it, Rain-X. But I ain't buying no Rain-X. I'm about to get out there because I got some of that Barbasol or whatever it's called. I got some. I'm about to wax on and wax off. They said you can do it for the inside of your windows and the outside of your windows, and all the snow just goes right off. And you put the deodorant on your lights, it stops them from yellowing, and it don't, the snow won't stick to it. Did y'all know? Huh? That part. You said I picked up a truckload of wood today just in case I need it. Yes. Mm-hmm. You can take some deodorant as long as it has aluminum, zirconium, whatever it's called, whatever, aluminum in it. As long as it got that in there, you rub it on there and take your towel and like wax on, wax off, and then on your windshield, barbasol or whatever that is, and you do the same thing and wax it in. And the man said the snow just gonna fall off your car. I said, and I've heard about the shaving cream on your windows, but I didn't know about the deodorant on my lights. And it stops them from yellowing, and it says it stops the moisture on the inside of your light bulb. So if you got water in your light bulb, in your, your lights in the front of your car, your headlights, it says it stops the moisture from being able to get in your headlights too. Yeah, right. So with these temperatures, and if you know you're gonna be having to get up and go to work while it's warm enough, and it ain't snowing and all of that, you said toothpaste. Toothpaste does work. Yep. Yep, I think the same thing that's in the toothpaste is in the deodorant. Yeah, it's probably the same metal. But yep, that's what. And I'm sure gonna do it. I'll probably do it tomorrow. That way, just in case some snow come through here, I don't even gotta worry about it. Cause that be the sucky part, especially, and it seems like it always, especially if it's continually snowing and you have to drive. It'd be like pointless if it's snowing real, real bad. But with that, he said you just move your windshield wipers and it come right off. Yeah, yeah. Rubbing alcohol is good for throw windows too. Right, but I'm guessing this is like it happens for more than one time. It stays. Yep. Oh, I got me some of that spray lock stuff just in case for that. Hmm. But for those of you that don't know, if you live in a place where you don't normally get snow or you don't normally get super cold weather, these are things you might want to take. Happy New Year. Is it New Year yet? It is. Oh yeah, it's New Year where some of y'all was at. Yep. Happy New Year to y'all. Y'all in 2025. We got a whole hour. Some people got two. Yeah. Yeah. When I know the weather gonna be bad, I just always it the weather, it's not coming. It's not supposed to come until the third or the fourth. It's not supposed to be tomorrow, but they said that the United States is supposed to get some really bad weather, like pretty much across the country. Freezing temperatures. Some people was getting snow, some people ain't, but they're talking about like -20, -25, that kind of negatives. Like they already putting signs out where I live. They've been putting signs out for the last week about, and it's been nice. Happy New Year, y'all. Um, they've been putting the keep your pipe like doors open and all that old stuff. I never do because my house is always hot. But I mean, God forbid if the power goes out or any of that, you want to make sure that you already got your blankets cleaned and washed, so you ain't got to be trying to go down in the basement and get no old blankets that's dusty and smell like the basement or the attic. You already know, so you had them kind of washed up and stacked up. You can vacuum seal them and back, but just have them out just in case. Because if the power goes out, what do? If you don't have a fireplace and you can't turn the oven on and all of that kind of stuff, because y'all know when it be crazy weather like that, everybody using the power, sometimes it do go out. So how will you heat your home? Gotta think about that. Happy New Year. It's the New Year. Where you at? Hey, ain't you on my time? Is you on my time? Y'all on Indiana time? I've been following you for over a year now. I'm so happy I found you because I needed your teaching. Oh, you're welcome. It don't got nothing to do with me. God would have got the message to y'all. I just get to be the person. Um, I don't know. I couldn't tell you the best one. Go to Lowe's and see. Because I don't, it's only me, so I didn't have to buy a super big generator or anything. I was able to buy a smaller one. Because the only thing that I'm probably going to be powering is small stuff. Like, I don't have no big deep freezers or nothing. So, and pretty much everything that's in my freezer will fit in my little portable refrigerator thing that I bought. So I can plug that in and use it, and it'll probably stay charged type stuff. Because I think it's, you can charge it up, I'm assuming, since it's portable. So, I mean, it depends on how many things that you plan on running, how many people you have in your home that are going to be using it, those type things. I would probably go to Lowe's. I'm thankful and grateful for y'all too. Y'all, we in this together when it comes to, at least we didn't have to think about this all by ourselves. We didn't have 3 years. Y'all didn't know me 3 years. Some of y'all, how y'all feel about that? I'm as crazy as I was the first day you met me. I'm as crazy as I was the first day. Happy New Year, Pumpkin. Happy New Year, baby. TT babies. I love y'all. I'm as crazy as I was the first day y'all met me. Same Jane is. And you said and is, but we love you. She said, yeah, until you true. That's right on. I can't. I'm with you when you're right. You've been right 2 times this evening. 2. You gonna leave me alone. She said, yep, yep, you and is, but we love you. That's why we love you. You've been right twice today. 2 times. You gonna leave me alone. Happy New Year. I see y'all taking the old craziness right on into the new year. You said we survived another year and did. Well, I got an hour. But it's 12 o'clock somewhere. And look, y'all. To those of you that have been here almost basically 3 years, right? If we just going by years, I got y'all in 22. It's 25. So 3 years, 36 months roughly that we've been together. Look at how many changes have happened in 36 months or 35 months. Happy New Year's. Right? Look how much your life has changed from 3 years ago when we was all strangers. Look how much your children's lives have changed. Maybe your husband or wife. Even your family, even if they not getting with you with the prep and stuff, I know you've seen a change in maybe even just how they deal with you. A lot of good changes and more to come. Come on. Come on. Happy New Year, Pumpkin. Happy New Year. You hear me? Y'all have a lot to celebrate for. Excuse me. Y'all have a lot to celebrate about. You know what I'm saying? You guys have worked hard on yourselves. For those of you that have been here 3 years, for those of you, this is not an easy place over here. You made it 3 years with me, baby. You is strong. You is strong and you is smart and you is, because this is a hard class. Thank you. It is not an easy class. It's not. For many reasons. For many reasons. But y'all did it. Y'all worked it out. Y'all did what y'all supposed to do. You said it is not for the weak. It is not. But y'all wasn't weak. That's why y'all over here. You said I am. You know what? I wasn't strong enough in the beginning, but I'm getting stronger now. Girl, I told y'all was in boot camp. Who remembers me saying that? Y'all don't hear me say this is boot camp that much no more, have you? You don't hear me say that much. Remember in the beginning? Happy New Year. Y'all remember I used to say this is boot camp, just get ready. Y'all don't hear me saying that. I don't really say that ever anymore. Because you all are trained soldiers now. That's why I don't have to. Y'all been out of boot camp. I just didn't tell y'all. niggas been out of boot camp. Been out. Your whole soldiers now. Private. And whatever you want to pin on your... whatever you want to call yourself. Y'all been out of boot camp. Y'all was out of boot camp when y'all stopped throwing fruit at me. You realize that? And I know y'all do it occasionally just to whatever. But when y'all stopped throwing fruit at me, come on, Queen. You hear me? When y'all stopped throwing fruit at me, I knew what it was. Y'all was ready. Think about it. When you first become a soldier, you happy, but niggas get to yelling in your face and talking crazy. Make you feel a little different. Huh? Drill Sergeant CERCA. Go back to my old videos. I used to be yelling all the damn time. Talking crazy. But look at you. You're whipped into shape. And now, y'all whipping other people into shape. Y'all been at a boot camp. Being. And that's why I tell y'all all the time, I'm proud of y'all. Because the transition that you all have gone through in the last 3 years has not been easy. It's been worth it, though. I told y'all that was going to happen. I said, this is going to... You said, you can't type stuff like that. And you did not. You had intensive training is what you had. There are certain people that God knows they have special abilities, and so they have to go through very, very labor-intensive training. I might have dropped something down here. I don't know. Some people, you gotta give them a couple more laps and stuff, cause you gotta break their spirit, cause they ain't going easy. You said fine. What you said. Intensive. Yep. Some of y'all had to have some intensive training. Others, they just followed the line. The rest of you, Riz, you know you on that line with the intensive training, intensive and extensive training, because we got to get down in there and break those muscles down and rebuild them up. Because they was strong in the wrong areas. You heard me? Strong in the wrong areas. Well, truth comes from God. Truth don't come from me. You do realize I was made in the same dirt and stuff you was made in, right? Yeah, truth don't come from me. Truth comes from God. I just repeat his truth. Yeah, that's how that works. I repeat his truth to you all. You see what I'm saying? Because if it wasn't for him, I'd probably tell you whatever you want to hear. Whatever's going to float your boat. But he won't let me do that. So with that, you hear me? Because that's what humans do. People ain't going to tell the truth. I'm going to tell the truth. He had to get me in line because I ain't a liar. But you said you want to hear. Okay. I ain't going to lie to you, but I mean, whatever you want to hear is whatever you want to hear. And God said you will not do that. Thank you, sis. Happy New Year. Listen. God got a hold to me. I said, oh, okay. Well, I can't say that to you, but my daddy, he'll with me if I do that, so I better not. Ask me no questions. But this is the thing. If y'all notice, back in the day, not so much now because I don't have to use it, but I practiced saying a lot without saying nothing at all. You would think I said a lot and I didn't say nothing. Or I being said a lot, but I only said a little bit. It was just how you listened. You know what I'm saying? That was a thing. Like I could talk to you for an hour and don't be and said nothing of importance. You see what I mean? And just say 3 words and they're very important. Or 7. And you will understand, You see what I mean? Some people want to hear lies. Some people want to be told craziness. Some people want you to sugarcoat and honey gloss their lips when they telling you stuff. No, that's not going to help you in times of trouble and in times of you know, emergency. You want somebody coddling you, or do you want somebody that's going to snap you into reality and say, "Get your ish together. We got to go now." Who you want to be caught with? A person that's trying to console both of y'all, and now we both get jacked up because you think. Mm-mm, mm-mm, no, I'm not doing any of that. I would rather tell y'all the truth, get you ready, and then you can make your decision on what you're gonna do. But at least you're informed. I do think it's really crazy that a lot of these different things are happening. Y'all see another train? It was another train. Yeah, did y'all see it was another train and like 15 people was hurt? Y'all seen that? It was another. It was like one in like Ohio or something. Trains just plowing through whole signs and everything. That part. You made it through. You did. You did. We all did. Cause y'all gotta think I was in boot camp too. For a different reason. But I was in boot camp too. He was training me how to do this effectively. Not that I didn't before, but it's different when you sitting in a person's face. Or you know this person, or you get to see this person's expressions and things like that. So I had to learn y'all too. And learn when I was being too aggressive or too snappy or whatever else. I mean, it's been a learning experience for all of us, but we made it 3 years. That's a long time. Yet during these times, gotta stay prayed up and true, right? But think about it, y'all. What would you have rather done with your last 2.5 years than spend it with us? You don't want to be with your family? We is a family. What was you gonna do? What you would have did with the last 700 days? Almost 1,000 for some of us. What would you have done? What was you gonna be doing with your time? What was you gonna be doing with it? Cause you done learned a whole new way to live. You can't sit and study the Bible for 8 and 6 and 7 and 9 hours a day and not change. I did not say read. I said study. I'd probably be a mess. Ain't gonna lie. I mean, I'm just saying, like, if you would have never ran onto this side of TikTok, what do you think you would have done with the last 3 years? Honestly. What would you have spent your time doing? Because now you spent your time working on yourself, getting to know other people, researching. What would you have been doing with your time? Excuse me. Would you have been doing what you had been doing before? Whatever that was? Probably. And I'm not even just saying not being prepared. I'm just saying the time that you spent. Okay, we've been in here for an hour and 20 minutes or so. You came at me at the end of February 30 years ago. Never went back the other way. Well, this is the thing. But I'm just saying, like, think about how much time you spent in class. What would you have done with those hours if you weren't doing this? Like, what would have been your normal thing? Would you have, been home with the kids? Like, what did you do with your time before you got to WOIU? I've been following you for about a year and definitely wish I would have ran across your page sooner. It's okay. You ran across it at the time. I'm just saying, if you would have never came over here and start studying with us, what would you be doing? And I'm not saying it like you wouldn't have been doing nothing. I'm just saying, what was your normal before you came over here and started studying 6 hours a day for sure. You said work, 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 and some more. Okay. Been home with my kids trying to do something productive. Okay, you would have been home. Okay. You would have been in church lost. Okay. And working, wasting time on insignificant things. Interesting. I love you, little lady. I love all of y'all. I would still be thinking I was good on going to heaven. Girl! I love you too. She said I would have still been thinking I was on my way to heaven, actually. Yeah, that's what I would have been doing. Listen, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm saying, y'all didn't always do this. So what did you do before now? Yeah, laying around feeling depressed. Interesting. I'm just saying because your life has changed. You can't study and be over here and not change. Even if it took you 2 years to change, you still changed. And you've changed how you do things. Not everything, but a lot of things about, I know, because you can't sit and study and do all of this and be all over the place. You can't. You said you knew a lot that I said, but no one was teaching it. Okay. I'm just saying, as far as your life, what did you do before you studied 3 to 4, 6, 8 hours a day? What did you do? I mean, was you already studying 8 hours a day before you came here? Is what I mean. Because everybody wasn't doing that. And I'm not saying it like, oh, you wasn't doing it. I'm saying we all had it. I mean, before I met y'all, I still read my word and did all of that, but I was working on my trucking company. I wasn't thinking about no TikTok or no YouTube. So I probably, if I didn't do this, I probably would be working in my trucking company. I'd be brokering right now. That's what I would be doing. God had other plans. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying before you came to WOIU, what did you do with your time? And then how has that changed now? You know? That's all. I'm not trying to say, oh, your life only changed because you're over here. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I know that when you invest time, like Queen said, when you invest time in other things, then those other things fall off. So what were the things that fell off? What were the things that you were doing? Did you sit at home and watch reruns of shows for 8 hours a day and just didn't do nothing? Did you go and you was always the person that was at your friend's house after work? Like, did you go to the bar? Like, what did you do when you got off work? Like, when you wasn't, you said you was working and sleeping. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And now you be making bread and doing all kinds of stuff. I'm just saying, you said you was reading the Bible, not studying it. I didn't study the word, just wondered. Got it. Okay. Well, not even just about the word, though. Like, what was your life? Okay. Y'all get it. Y'all see what I mean. Like I said, if I wouldn't have been doing this, I would have been running my trucking company. That's what I would have been doing. But God had another plan. And so we came over here and we did WOIU, which was pretty cool. Happy New Year. I was just trying to say, like, got it. Um, how, what did you spend your time doing before you was buying books? And then some people have always bought books and whatever else. I was just trying to see, what in your life has changed since you've been here. Not even just about the studying, but I know that when you focus in one area, other things fall off. It just does. Working and watching TV daily, got it. Okay. That's all. Because we should be able to see our progress. Can you see your progress? We in the new year now. We in year 3. Hmm. Happy New Year, pumpkin. Happy New Year. I was reading the Bible and still fornicating, but now studying and none of that other stuff. Interesting. But even without the fornicating and all of that, like, what did you do? I wasn't buying books. I was buying clothes and shoes. That's what I'm talking about. I'm saying, like, not just even the biblical stuff, but, like, what did you do before now? Now y'all be in class 3, 4 hours looking up stuff and finding definitions and all of that. Like, what would that time have been spent doing? Being on the phone with your messy friends, or, you know what I'm saying? Those things are changes as well. We still in 2024 too. I'm just, y'all, I'm saying the time spent that you spend here with us looking up words and even just learning different life lessons or whatever it is, prior to now, what did you do? Prior to coming to WOIU, what did your day look like? Is maybe how I should have worded that. What did you spend your time doing? And then now, with you studying, or even if it is watching TV, when you're watching TV, you're not watching TV in the same way. Running after people who didn't mean me no good. That's what I was doing before WOIU. Okay. I mean, we all have been there too. I get you. You know, friends, shopping, working, looking for schools for my children. Got it, guys. Okay, see? That's what I'm saying. Like, and now you've changed that. Not saying that you're not still doing any of that or whatever it is, but I know y'all lives have changed. Because you can't study the word and your life don't change. I don't care if it's not this big hallelujah, thank you, Jesus, drastic change. Your life has changed, whether it be people falling off, if you be at home more, or you just spend your time doing things that are not. So I know that when you come in contact with the real word of God, and it penetrates, your life don't be the same. It don't. You can't even live the same. Being on the phone with my messy grandma trying to tell her I didn't want to know. Girl, I promise. You know what? You in Oklahoma, aren't you? I'm about to get in your business. Not on here. But can you email me your people's last names? Not on here though. Just like mama, daddy side, not trying to stalk you or nothing, but I need to see something. I need to see something. I'm trying to tell you, because baby, if you I think it might be your cousin for real. In real life. Yes. I'm trying, just email me if you feel comfortable. Email me a couple like last names and run through your family. We about to see something. We about to see, because baby, every time you, I'll be like, wait a minute. Maybe you could be a long lost cousin and I just don't know. All right, y'all. Can we do our version of popcorn service? Can we do our version of popcorn service? Okay, thank you. Because I really need to know. Because I have a feeling between you and Queen. I'm grateful for the change. I normally would be out drinking and partying, but for the last 3 years, I've been at home and I pray the new year in. Come on now. Come on. That's a change, honey. That's a whole change. You hear me? That's a whole change. It is. How dealing with separation, being depressed, trying to figure out how to live my life on my own again. You see? Okay. So can we say this? And that's crazy. Can we do a popcorn? A popcorn? It's, everybody tell me one thing that you learned since you've been here. Can we do that? One thing that God showed you since you've been here. I don't care what it is. I do not care what it is. One thing that you learned since you've been here. And the whole time that it could be your favorite thing, your most memorable thing. One thing that you said that there are other books in the Bible. Okay. True love. Oh. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. My daddy love on you real good, don't he? You be like, you want to give me a piece of love? I don't want no piece of love. If I can't have all of it, I don't want nothing. That I'm not alone physically. There are others who believe in the same way I do. Yep. Relationship. Ooh. What y'all got? These some good answers. Y'all make me so proud. Happy New Year, Pumpkin. What y'all got? One thing that you learned since you've been in WOIU, how to trust him. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, so y'all just gonna hit it down like that? That's what y'all gonna do? Good job. Anybody else? Trusting in his timing and not mine. Listen to my babies. Oh, accountability. Generational curses are real. Okay. About characteristics. Yes. And people's character. He is only a phone call away. There is no coincidence. Reading outside the 66. Y'all make me happy. Talking to God. That's a real good one. Baby. Because folks will tell you crazy for talking to him, baby. And then before you know it, you talking to him all the time. You're like, hold my tongue and be still. Good job. That's a really good one. How to walk in obedience, to seek and find more, because there are many more books outside the 66. Yes. Learn how to listen to the side effects and know which demon that is from, and that is from the activity. Come on. Ask the source. Come on. So you learn how to look deeper into it about our eyes. Come on. Reading the other books of the Bible. Come on, researching everything to learn how to listen to God. That's really good. There are real spirits lingering around, and how to rebuke them. That I have to do his will and not expect him to bless mine. Ooh. The enemy's tactics. Research. Come on now. And did. To keep looking for more information, to be more aware. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. That makes me excited to pay attention to the signs. How many of you learned a lot about yourself? How to encourage others? Yes. Researching. How many of you learned a lot about yourself? You learn how to journal, how to study the word, and understanding the cross references. Good job. Survival. Good job. Journaling, listening to the past. Okay. Okay. Y'all learned a lot about yourself? Good job. Isn't it crazy how learning more how to hear God's voice? That's a really good one. That's really good. So think about this. Isn't it crazy that when you stop looking at everybody else, you take your eyes off? I learned a lot about myself. I used to say I was a good girl, but I learned here that that wasn't so true. Don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. You be too hard on yourself. You be too hard on yourself. God ain't that hard on you. You be too hard on yourself. You have come a long way. You be too hard on yourself. I learned so much about me, and I was a hot mess. That part. Learned how to make some great food too here. Sure did. And ate some good food. Listen, that I can definitely walk away from certain situations. Yes, I learned how to do your own stuff. Yeah. So isn't it crazy though? How when you start to look at yourself, it brings you closer to God. When you stop comparing yourself to other people and you only look at yourself, how is it that that drives you closer to God? How to be quiet and love myself, self-reflect, and to come to Dad. Come on. For anything first. Yeah. 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 You learned how to stand up for yourself. That's good. But think about it. The more that you learn about yourself, don't it make you go to God? Especially if it's something that you don't like, you don't run away from it. You keep asking Him to change it, so you're always talking to Him. Fellowship, right? Right. Think about it. The more you learn His ways and you learn He don't like certain stuff, that makes you talk. Hey, Happy New Year, pumpkin. That makes you go and talk to Him more. Since you learned that you wasn't as good as you thought you was, don't you talk to Him more now? When you thought you was fine, you didn't talk to Him that much. Crazy. But as long as you wasn't looking at you and you was concerned with everybody else and all of this stuff, you couldn't see one, who God wanted you to be. And you didn't have time to talk to Him because you was talking to everybody else. Yeah. The thing about music got you too. Okay. I learned how to pray differently and be specific. Good job. This is the thing, family. That's one of the reasons why I didn't want this to be so much of a church atmosphere, because I wanted y'all to be comfortable so that you can see God for who He is and not who people tell you He is. You said you didn't think He heard you, and now you know He does. But you, ain't it crazy how normally when we think He ain't listening to us, it's actually the opposite? No, He didn't. He didn't. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Isn't that crazy? You said be careful how to ask and be thankful for everything, right? But this is, yeah, but but I don't want to make this about me. I don't want to make this about me. I'm not making this about me. What I'm saying is, when you came here, I didn't want y'all to get to know me. That's not why y'all came here. You came here to understand how your actions were affecting your life and your children's lives. And also, that a lot of times, like you said, you felt God wasn't listening to you, and He was. You weren't listening to Him. But now, you can hear Him, whether it's audible or audio or whatever you want to call it, or I learned to hear His voice and realize He has always been speaking to me. Here we go. Girl, if well, there you go. What she said. You hear me? You, He speaks, but a lot of times He wasn't saying what we wanted to hear, so we didn't listen. We'll be honest. Okay? You said I wasn't listening. Right. You said, oh, that was me. That was all of us. Because He was listening to you. You just wasn't listening because He wasn't saying what you wanted to hear. Because you didn't think Him saying this would get you to this goal. You got more peace now? Less stress? Crazy how when you start following His rules, all the stress falls off. All the craziness left. You hear me? It's a real thing that God will change your life and it don't take long. Even like Nico said, she said she prayed the new year in every year for the last 3 years, and she's been at home every year for the last 3 years. That's a huge difference. Ooh, Kika Bree. Do you see what conversation, Pumpkin, we having right now? I need you to stay on task. I absolutely love you. But that's not what we're talking about right now. We are talking about what folks learn. Okay. Well, we'll talk about that another day. But right now, we giving God praise for the things that He's changed in people's lives. Baby, you've been in here for a minute. but you still got to come in and listen so that you can know what we're talking about. You was in class earlier. We only been in here 110 minutes. I was talking to you earlier when I first came in. I didn't believe our Heavenly Father even loved me. Even when I was reading and studying praying, Charles, I learned how much He truly loves me through our classes. Okay. I just be wanting to know what y'all know and what you've seen about the change. What has basically what I wanted to know is what has God done in your life since you've been here. That's what I want to know. How you was living before you came, and how you live right now. Is it different? Has it changed? And it wasn't forced because you made the choices. It's all I was trying to see if you being here has been beneficial. Because we all went to church for a long time too, and like I just, baby, that wasn't. I'm gonna go to church because I know I'm supposed to go. That ain't about to stop me from doing nothing. But now I don't even go to church, and all of the stuff that I used to do that kept me in trouble with God, that stuff don't even come. I mean, of course you have a thought about it, but it's not where I feel like I'm missing out on something if I don't do it. Learning that He comes down to visit us, and yeah, how important our souls are, right? So He has done so much I can't even keep count. But I have the notes and it's dated. Come on! Come on! Come on! That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah. And that's what I mean. I pray that if nothing else that you've got in the last 3 years here, it is learning how to listen, seeing yourself so that you can change, and opening up to God and really trying to learn to live His way. And it doesn't look like what people tell you it normally looks like. It don't. It looks like whatever God wants y'all relationship to look like. And once you get out of, it has to be done a certain way, God can mold you. But if you're like the employee that says, oh no, I've been in church before, and if it ain't this way, it ain't going to be no way. Well, you're not pliable. And so then God can't move you over here and move you over there and, work this out of you because you stuck. You've been killed. You've been through the fire already. The only way to break you down is to break you apart. And then piece you together on a mosaic, because once it's been fired, you can't turn it back into clay. That I know of, right? That's when it gotta, once it's been fired and all of that and hardened, you can't put water back on it and turn it back in. You gotta take the pieces and put it on something else. It ain't saying you can't make another picture, but it ain't gonna be the same one. I thought I had to be able to quote scripture, but now I know that doesn't matter. Do you have a relation, baby? Say it louder and equal for the people in the back. Y'all see them coming in here trying to make me. I don't know. I don't remember all the scripture. Long as I know the story and how to get to it, that's all that matters. That ain't. Y'all see, y'all put a scripture and I'll be like, okay, put it up there for me, please. I'm not, because most people, like you said, most people that memorize the scripture and it's just in there, the relationship part go over their head. I'm not saying you can't, but most people, if they'd just spout out scriptures all the time, the relationship part of it, it go right over their head. It go right over their head. Mm-hmm. And it's like, you know how to quote them scriptures, but you'll drive past a homeless person or look at a person that is working on the street and have your opinion about them, and you don't think that they need Jesus. Like, what is your scripture for them? What is you using your scripture for if it's not to help the lost? God will bring it to your memory when you need it, didn't I? I said just file it, just put it in there. Just put it in there. He'll bring it when you need it. And you might not even know exactly where it's at, but you'll be able to find it. And you'll have other context that can go with it so that you can break it all the way down to a person and not just throw a scripture at them. Because think about it. How many of you felt like you really knew or understood the scripture before you came here? But now you've learned a different way to study and you realize you understood it, but not like you do now. Because I read the Bible and I pretty much knew what it meant. You know what I'm saying? Real life. Like I could comprehend what it was saying. But understanding how it applies to my life and then applying it to my life, two different things. Two different things. Yeah, it's an everyday process. I'm not saying I got it down packed. It's a continual thing I'm saying. When you take it and you break down the word and you see, you know what I'm saying? This is the thing. You don't stop learning about Christ until your last day on earth. And even on that day, you can learn something new about him. So thinking that you know, you said, I hear the Creator and feel I've been using his good. Using for his good. But blessing and not being blessed. Oh, so he's been given to you and you ain't been putting it back out. I was just reading now. I can understand and break it down. You brought it to life for me. He did. Because he had somebody bring it to life for me too. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not taking no credit for it. I know what he does, but I know that your life changes once he does it. When y'all can tell me that you get emotional, and y'all be like, okay, I'll be back because this is a lot. You do realize that means that the word penetrated, right? You said, and if I would have known that earlier on, it's okay. We learned it at the time we were supposed to learn it. But think about that. How many times you go to church and they get up there sweating and spitting all over the microphone, baby, and you wasn't moved. You was thinking about what you had to do when you go home. It's not that God's word is not any good. But did you allow it to penetrate your heart? But when you can sit on this side and tell me you got chills and tears are running from your eyes and oh my God, and you feel that emotion, that means the word is penetrating your heart. That's why you get emotional about it. Do you see what I'm saying? It's penetrating. It's coming from here and it's going through your ears and penetrating your heart. That's why your eyes fill up with tears and you might get a little angry, like, but then you go back and you be like, dang, that really is this or that. You know what I mean? Because it's penetrating. If it didn't penetrate, it just bounce out. It wouldn't affect you at all. But if something pierces you, you going to holler out. You going to cry. You going to make a noise. You going to move. You going to do something. Somebody poke you with a pen. And I ain't talking about a writing pen. I'm talking about a pen. You gonna jump. You're not just gonna sit there. You might say, ow, what are you doing? Because it penetrated. You felt that. And that's what should happen. My eyes start sweating. Listen. Then that thing grabs me in the chest. I'm trying to tell you. Be like, oh God, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait, this is me. Listen, it's penetrated. But you had to allow him to do that. Going to classes taught me and Dad. Yeah. In your will, right? That's all. I just wanted to see how your life changed because get this, if your life ain't changing, I don't even need to be up here. If you don't see things differently, I need to shut this down right now and never come back. Do you understand? Because the whole reason I'm up here, and yes, we talk about different life situations because you don't just live in the spirit all the time. Do you hear me? I'm for real. If in 3 years you've been sitting here listening to me teach and your life didn't change none, and you've been here almost every day or at least 4 times a week, I need to do like ceiling them and set up and close up shop. If being here, and I'm not just saying because it's me, I'm saying sitting under the word, your life should change. Do you understand what I'm saying? If the word is being broken down and it's penetrating, ain't nobody gotta force you to change. You just not gonna want to be like that no more because you will see yourself in the word. So you like, it's like looking in the mirror. You ain't never start reading the word and tears just start. And you reading a story about somebody else, baby, and it's knocking you all in your noggin. You hear me? That means it's penetrating when that happens. Or if you can think about somebody and you like, oh my God, this is why that happened to them. It penetrated. It went through. It got through. You see what I'm saying? So if you've been here and your life haven't changed none, like nothing, I'm not doing my job. Yes, like understanding my worth since being here. Come on. And now you can teach the people around you if they don't know. You said my life changed, but then it go back to square one. Are you a triangle person, live life? Have you done the shape test? Are you a triangle person? You wasn't here for the shape test. We're gonna have to, you know what? Queen said that. Okay, so tomorrow, Lord's will, well, later today, we'll do the shape test. If you come back, we'll do the shape test. That's crazy. Oh, well, let me just tell you. Okay, you got a piece of paper? Let's just do it because we might not have tomorrow. We never know. Grab a piece of paper for me if you can and a pen, and I'm going to help you out real quick. Can you grab a pen? You got something to write with? Like, it could be a marker. It don't got to be a pen. Yeah, well, don't tell it. Just let's let him or her. I don't know. I can't see your face. Can you grab a pen? Have y'all shapes changed? That's another thing. Don't tell me what. I wait to tell me yes or no for that question. Thank you, Pumpkin. Okay. Draw the first 3 shapes that come to your mind. And then tell me what they are. And I'm going to see something real quick. You draw your first 3 shapes. And then tell me the first one. Please. That part. He will fill you up. He'll make you feel whole for real. Okay. Hold on. A circle. Oh, that makes sense. What's your next one? Hold on, y'all. I'm just doing this person right here. No. Hold on. Live life. I'm just doing live life real quick. Give me a second. Your second one is a square. So you got circle, square, and live life. What's your third one? I was not, okay. Y'all don't make me work. We bringing in a new one here working, boy. Y'all don't care. Y'all do not care. A triangle. Okay, yeah. That figures. Okay, so look. Y'all don't care about none of that. It's alright. It's fine. We'll do it. Maybe some people need to hear it at the beginning of the year. Maybe some people need to hear it at the beginning. Queen said this too. She said this needed to be a part of the new student packet, and I think she's right. Y'all remember when she said that? She said this needed to be a part of the new student packet. She was right. Okay, here we go. Let's do this real quick. This room they got smaller and smaller and smaller. You hear me? It used to be a real nice size. I had room to move around and do skits. Now I bet not. Damn, broke my dang toe. Okay. So you said circle, square, and triangle. To those of you that know, don't say nothing. Okay. Can you see this? Y'all can see that? Y'all can see it? So take your paper, whatever shape you drew, put a dot in the middle right here. And then draw a horizontal line. That light is flashing weird. So it's making me not be able to see almost. Okay, there we go. Okay. Is that worse or better for y'all? Okay, you got your dot in there? So this dot is you. At the end of the paper, I need you to draw a line down here. Horizontal line all the way across. That's my shape. Let me scoop this up. Hold on. It just don't be a lot of space right here. Shoot. Okay. Circle folks. Gonna be in the same situation every year you see them. Every 3 months, every 6 months, every 8 weeks, every 9 weeks, whatever else. Circle folks. Every year, they might not have the money for Christmas, but they do everything they want to do in the summertime, but then Christmas time and all of that, they don't. Or they gonna find a problem at every job they go to, or every church they go to, they gonna find a problem, right? Because they don't change their patterns. Circle folks. Square people. Basically, 4 times a year, something gotta change. So sometimes people change their job, they change their chick, they change their dude, they change their hair, they change their friends. 4 times a year, something in your life gotta change. And you know y'all get to getting itchy about right here. Right when it be getting ready to turn into that next season, y'all get a little itchy. Now, it don't gotta go with the seasons. But about 4 times a year, y'all gonna have a crazy kind of epiphany, and you about to go do this and you about to go do that, right? Triangle folks, right here. They be humble as long as their situation ain't like they want it to be. Soon as their life start changing, they get a little bit more arrogant. Get more arrogant, get more arrogant, get more arrogant, and they get to the top. They gonna get to the top every time, but they don't stay there long, and they plummet right back down and have to start over. Sound familiar, Mr. Live Life? And anybody else that got these same 3 shapes? So you might have a chick you always mess with, or a dude you always mess with. You might have a homegirl that you only hang out with for the holidays, but every time y'all end up getting into it, but every time the holiday change, you gonna go out with her or him because they fun. And then this be the living situations right here. God starts to bless you. You might get a new car, you might get a new job, you might get a new house. And the humbleness that you had when you was doing bad, oh babe, it changes. And by the time you be about right here, it be real ugly. But you don't see what's coming up here. So you get to the position, you get to the house, you get to the car, you get to the relationship. You don't stay right there long because you get to treating people crazy, and then it's right back down here. Now, what you want to be is this. This right here. This is the most powerful shape, this straight line. I'm going to tell you why. 1, there's no way you can get out of these 3 shapes without tearing up your life. You cannot get this dot out of any of these shapes without tearing up the shape. So if you look at this like borders that you have put on yourself, it's a circle border, it's a square border, and a triangle border. You can't get out of this situation. You cannot get this dot out of this line without erasing something. It won't come out. This is you. So these are your barriers you done put. It could be sin, it could be pride, it could be whatever. The barriers you done put on yourself. Now, when you live a straight line, when God say don't look back right here, we gonna say, God, this is your vine. God said if you stay connected to the vine, you ain't got to worry about nothing. You're gonna be good. So the cool thing about a straight line is I can draw all of these vines all the way up here. Just vines, 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 vines. So there's just new things growing in my life, growing, 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 growing. And off of these, I can grow and grow and then grow some more vines and grow little ones right here and grow little ones off of there and then come back down here. And my life is just steadily filling up with good stuff, right? Healthy things, things that are great, right? But hypothetically, if something were to become toxic to my life, right? Say I get in a relationship or have a friend and I start seeing they act kind of weird. And then, you know, I love my family member, but every time I get around them, the police is involved and I'm almost on my way to jail. Or this job has become toxic. Yes, I like it. It makes me the money, but my health is failing, right? You know what I get to do? I get to disconnect only this part where it's become toxic at. And this. And then just this little part. And I don't have to erase every single thing in my life to get out because there are no barriers. Do you see that? This is barrier thinking right here. This can just keep on growing. I don't have to tear up my whole life to cut off something that don't fit no more. I just clip it right where it connects to the vine. And some vines, wherever something was cut off, it'll grow two back. You see what I'm saying? But most people don't want to be a straight line because they can't look back. Because you just steady growing out, forward, and up. You're not growing backwards. Vines don't grow backwards. They grow up and out, don't they? Whether it be on the ground or up the wall, they're not growing back down in. That's not what they do. They started in the ground. But vines, they can take over a whole house. One vine. If it gets to sprouting and going right, 1, 2 vines, they can cover a whole house, a whole tree. So, you want to be a vine. But wherever something become toxic, you just got to cut it off where it connects at the vine and you don't got to start your life all the way over. But you also have to learn your patterns. This is why journaling is good. If you write every day, I don't care if it's just a note about how you felt today. If you go back 4 Thursdays and you see that every Thursday you pissed off and you write down why you mad or why you irritated, you will stop letting that situation irritate you because you'll change it and you'll do something different. So then that is that toxic piece just being cut off. You ain't got to worry about it no more. You ain't got to take it on with you. It ain't sucking your life dry of all the nutrients. You just move on. But we don't like being vines. We like to be trapped. We like to put barriers on God and say, well, my life always been like this. And everybody in here and all of this kind of stuff. But God be trying to give you something new right here. And he be trying to cut off the stuff that's going to suck all the nutrients out of your life, which is normally sin, pride, whatever else it is. You hear me? Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, this taught me about people. When people come in my life, I make them do this. So I know if you're going to be a person, once your life changes, you really ain't going to mess with me like that. So then it won't be a whole bunch that I'm going to do. I mean, I'm still be cool. We're going to be cool. But I already know you're not one of the friends I can go hard for. Because as soon as you ain't in the bad situation, you're going to drop me like a hot potato. So let me go on and move around. I need vine friends. That's what I need. Because vines be strong. Not all vines. You can make rope out of vines. You can, hell, people be making coverings for their houses in other countries and suspending their houses from vines in other countries. You hear me? Vines ain't always little. And they be strong. Sometimes, shoot, the vine can be as thick as on my arm. If it have time enough to grow and mature. Yeah. So hopefully that helped. I mean, it's a quick display, but you can learn a lot about yourself once you see you a circle person, and you'll look for when that circle is coming back up. You'll be like, no, I'm not about to do this again. This is the circle part of my life, or this is the square part of my life. Every member, like I was just saying, you might not have been in here. It was a person that for 12 years, this person called me in January. They called me in March. It was an ex of mine, and called me in August every year. And I just told them this year in January, do you realize that every single year for 12 years, just about, you have called me January around my birthday and around your birthday? I said it never fails. I always know you gonna call. No, I don't. No, I don't. I said, but you do. And I'm not in that pattern no more. You don't need to check on me. You don't need to do nothing. I'll be fine. Because I don't. You said I'm true, but my people don't be true. Mm. Well, then you need to learn. Okay, I don't know. Learn the patterns of other people, and then you don't keep getting in the same situation. Either way it go, you gotta learn your patterns. Is what they can't do it to you if you learn your patterns, because you won't even allow it to happen. You still gotta learn your patterns. You still gotta. I had to learn my mama. I can't talk to my mama early in the morning. My mom knows. Like, we don't even talk now. She don't even answer the phone really. But when we did, I realized she would call me like between 3 and 5 o'clock in the morning because she knew I was up. But she knew that's also when I started my Bible study. And she would call, and by the time, like, she would, oh, good morning, I just got to check on you. By the end of it, we gonna argue because that's her spirit. She brings a lot of chaos with her. She's gonna bring irritation and strife with her everywhere she go. Work, church, it don't matter. She's gonna bring strife with her. So once, I hate to say it, the devil knew, he would have her call me at 3 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Now, I've been studying all this time between 3 and 5. Once she knew that I was studying with people between 3 and 5, and mind you, she's West Coast, so she 2-3 hours behind me. So you getting up at 1 o'clock to call and get on my nerves. And you know you gonna start an argument because the moment she would ask me, what you studying? Oh, I'm reading this. Oh, well, you ain't the only one that God telling stuff to, and all of this stuff. And I used to be like, thinking, you called me, and you know I'm up studying. You called me and asked me what I'm studying, and now I'm telling you, and it's popping you in your head. And now you want to get an attitude with me. I'm not gonna deal with it. So I quit answering the phone. I called you this morning. Oh, I was studying, and I turned my ringer off. Because I'm going to get this time in with God. God will use whoever he wants to. And once I realized that, oh, yeah, you can't. I quit talking to my mama until after 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm going to get all my stuff done that I need to do today. I'm going to have all my Bible study. And then I would call her when it was almost time for me to go get my kids off the bus or whatever. So I only got a short time to talk. And then I'm about to get off, and I'm going to go handle these kids. Happy New Year, y'all. Yeah, you have to learn other people's patterns, and in learning their patterns, you'll learn yours because you'll learn what you deal with. Period. And that's it. That's friends, family, cousins, everybody in real life. Happy New Year, Pumpkin. Yeah. I mean, because you can either continue to deal with it and be unhappy, or you can learn how to deal with it and not be unhappy. Hey, Happy New Year, y'all. Thank you. Happy New Year. So what you gonna do? Because if a person keeps doing you dirty, you're allowing it. You gonna let me slap you on your face and don't do nothing about it? How many times you gonna let me do that? Probably by the second time you gonna go and catch my wrist. Those same things need to happen spiritually. Those same things need to happen spiritually, literally. Because the devil will keep you, okay, like if you have a family member that's verbally abusive, and that keeps you in depression, the devil wants you to stay depressed. So he will keep having reasons for you to connect with that family member that keeps you depressed. When God don't want you to be depressed. He said, I make all your burdens light. So if a person is bringing more burden than they are lifting up, you might want to look around and see why you still letting them be in your life just because they got your blood. What that mean? Happy New Year, Mama. You hear me? You're doing it to yourself after a certain point. If a person keeps stealing from you, you're gonna keep letting them back in your house. How many times do a person gotta steal from you for you to stop letting them in and just having them step on the porch? Or shoot, some people might not even be welcome on your property. And most people don't think about it like that. You said one. Okay. Well, it's not saying you can't even forgive them either, but you just now there are certain areas of my life you're not welcome in, like my house. Okay, so why you don't do that when family be doing you dirty then? You can still assist them and be around them and not put yourself in a situation to be used and abused. It's what you choose. This is the thing. Life is about choices, and you make them 150,000 choices every day. You just gotta choose the right ones. I'm glad we did that test. I've been here since May. Missed a lot of gems. Been watching the rewatch. You're welcome, Pumpkin. It helps. And I'm not. One day God gave me that in 2012, y'all, when I was working on my business plan. And I told some of y'all that one day, like a lot of the exercises that we do, he did with me when I was by myself. I kid you not. Like I'll be sitting there and I couldn't think about my business plan stuff. And these are the things that he would bring to my mind. And he gave me these examples like seed and CCCCM, Happy New Year. All of those different things, self-evaluation, and power and development. Who feels like seed has affected your life? Anybody that knows what seed is? Self-evaluation and power and development. How you not remember? We don't use it that much no more. So when you first wrote down seed, you remember that. Yeah. Yeah. Right? So when you first wrote down seed, it probably didn't mean nothing to you back in 2022. But look how seed has impacted your life, because your self-evaluation empowered you to a better life, did it not? You developed other skills, right? So you can say no. You're not letting people run over you. You're not giving your body to nobody. Some people are not drinking and smoking no more. Whatever it is, some people ain't stealing no more. Some people ain't messy no more. Some people are not allowing themselves to be abused. Like, once you evaluate what you are adding to your life or what you are allowing, and you start to work on those things and you start to see what part you play, because it's always easy to play the victim. You said, is there a process to walk through, seed? Nope. The process God wants you to walk, He has a specific plan for you. But the best thing to do, I tell people, is journal. If you can go back and see where your mind was a year ago and it has completely changed, it's only going to make you want to keep changing. Start taking accountability was the first thing for me. Come on now. Come on, sis. That listen. Listen. Self-evaluation and power in development, seed. If you write that on the top of your paper, and every single day, I don't care if it's one sentence, you time and date it and you journal about your day. It don't gotta be a whole big line. You can say, I was frustrated today because of this, and leave it. Sometimes I just write one word on there. But when I go back and read it, I'll be like, ooh, I remember what I was thinking when I wrote that. You see what I'm saying? And then also, when you write down the good things that happen and the bad, you get to see how God changed your life and how quickly He came to your aid. Because sometimes when you don't write down what's going on, and because we ask Him to do so much stuff, it feel like that was a little thing. But when you start to record how much He does for you every day, it changes your view. I used to journal, but life has gotten so busy. Oh, yeah. Because you'll keep reliving the same thing if you don't write it down. I don't care what nobody say. You can say you're going to change all you want to, but what are you changing? I'm not going to do this no more. Do what? Well, how did you even get to that point? Most people don't want to go back to that. They don't want to, like Miss Rose said, be held accountable for how they got into the situation. You keep up with it all your life, and your view will change exponentially. I'm trying to tell you, don't it, girl? Tell her. I'm trying to tell you. I just went back through my journal. I told you I was in tears the whole time, just from 23 until now. Just the amazing testimony. I know y'all don't believe that I can't write down everybody's prayers, but certain ones God tells me to write down in my prayer journal. There's stuff I forgot we even prayed about. There's situations I forgot even happened because it's so everyday, whatever. But when you go back and you look at, there was things I was struggling with when I first met y'all. I'm not struggling with those things no more. So it helps you change. You know what I'm saying? Because, okay, how many times have you ended right back at the same place? Anybody ended right? We are. Well, I ain't gonna say we are. I know I have. I've said there was things that I wasn't gonna do, be with a person or whatever it is, and before I know it, I'm right back in a situation. Even though it doesn't make me happy, even though I know it's only temporary, I've done that. Well, when I started journaling about how my interaction was with that person, it could be friends or whatever, it don't matter. When I started journaling, I started realizing, okay, prime example. I read a journal entry the other day, and it was from earlier this year, and it was somebody that I know, and I said, this person is literally trying to steal my life, and I don't even know if they know I can see it. But I journal our conversations, and I have kind of forgot all about it, and when I went and read it, I was like, wow. And now I don't talk to that person no more at all. Because what would happen is, I would say, I'm going to make honey today. And then this person would say 2 days later, yeah, I've been thinking about making me some honey and this and that. And I told everybody, Happy New Year, pumpkin bud. I'm about to, and it was weird because when I would say it, I could hear the attitude, right? But then before you know it, somebody is coming and telling me, this person just said blah, 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 blah. I'm like, wow. I said, yeah, we just had that conversation yesterday. I just told this person that's what I was about to do, blah, 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 blah. Right? And then this is the same person that told me that they never thought that I deserved any of the things that I ever got. And they've been knowing me for 20 years, and I always try to look out for them. So I learned a lot about why certain situations, whenever I interact with this person, I always had this knot in my stomach, but I love them. I love them, love them, love them, love them, love them, for real. And literally told me on my mouth. But this person didn't know that I had been writing down all of our interactions because we hadn't talked in a long time. We ended up hooking back up and talking and, being friends again or whatever. And I started to see the same patterns. And I'm like, oh, okay. This is why I quit talking to you. I forgot. Yeah. Yeah. Even people that know that person and know me was like, this person is with I'm like, yeah, I know. You see what I'm saying? So then it's always going to be that cat and mouse with this person because they want my life. Even though they say they don't or whatever else it was, I've never thought in my mind what a person doesn't deserve. Especially if I love you, I'm always asking God to bless you with something. So it's never going to cross my mind, you don't deserve that. I don't feel like you deserve that. Like, I never even think about what nobody else deserves. You said they can never hide their true intentions too long, baby. Listen. And that's why your mom be by herself. Mm-hmm. That's why your mom be by herself. And this person, I've known them years, years and years and years and years and years. And I had people say certain things to me, and I was like, no. Even though I felt it, but I'm like, sometimes I just be trying to love on people until they better. Because some people be sick and they don't know it. Some people be sick and they don't even know it. And sometimes you can help, and sometimes they are only God can do it. Only God can do it. And I've learned when my level of expertise has maxed out, and I will move on. Some people will tire themselves out and exhaust themselves trying to heal a person, and they don't even realize that that person never has any intention on healing. They just need to siphon your energy. You're their energy source. You see what I'm saying? They don't never plan on changing. They don't never plan on doing nothing different. They actually like the way that they are. The only time they don't like the way that they are is when things are not going their way. I had a friend like that. We're no longer friends. Karen, mother, I'm trying to tell you. I had to, Yep, that's why I don't be with nobody. You said that was me once upon a time. It's a real thing. It's a real thing. And I'm not talking about nobody. I'm just telling you what I went through. So journaling helps you see other people's character too. And you be like, I don't even really like you as a person. And I don't want you in my life nowhere either. Nowhere. I don't want you nowhere around here. Yeah. Yeah. Think about how many people in the Bible was hanging with people that really didn't even like them either. They was around them to either try to take their position, to get whatever God was blessing them with, to get their notoriety. Like, it's a lot of people that have very selfish ambition for why they want to do certain stuff. But just like we read today, it's a lot of people that are trying to step in your place. And I think Queen put it out there, or somebody put the thing up there. I can't remember who. You will be trying to step into something that ain't for you, and God will be instruct you down with something. And that ain't cursing nobody. That's biblical. The man tried to step into some position he wasn't supposed to be into, and God let the dude get leprosy, and then he had died like a horrible death. You got to stay in your lane and worry about what God got for you, and you'll be happy. You can't be happy trying to live somebody else's life. You're going to be miserable. And this is why I don't let people make me feel bad about the things that make me feel good. Like, people, circles off subject. Thank you. I appreciate you, Pumpkin. I appreciate you. Girl, I'm dyeing this hair back. I'm lightening this part up because this is probably really all gray anyway. So by my birthday, I'll be it, because I couldn't just go straight gray because I would have to bleach it, and that's too much. So I'm going to go lighter, and then I'm going to go lighter, and then I'm going to just be all gray right here because it's all gray already. And I'm tired of dyeing it. So I'm just about to have me a gray skunk stripe right in here. All of this is going to be gray right there. All of that is probably going to be gray because it's gray already. But I didn't color this so much. I gotta lift some of this color out of it. So I appreciate you. But yeah. So happy New Year, everybody. And hopefully this year you learn your patterns and other people's patterns so you can live better. And it ain't even about money or any of that. Your quality of life will be better when your mind is at ease. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I'm ready for it too. That's why I'm just about to go on and do it all gray because I'm tired of coloring it and it's gray. I'm just gonna go on and color it all. I'm not sad about it, y'all. I just was getting tired. I wanted it to go all gray at one time and it's not, but I'm about to help it because it's gray. I just want it to be all gray. You hear me? All of it gray at one time and not this. So I gotta lift it because it's a lot of dark color on here. But by my birthday, I have me a skunk stripe going here. I just gotta wait till it get a little bit lighter. It is. So hopefully, um, before y'all go to bed tonight, this morning, you journal about first spiritual things that you want to see. It could be spiritual strength. It could be spiritual wisdom. Whatever it is, right? Ask God to open your spiritual eyes, your spiritual ears, your spiritual heart. No, I won't be doing any of that, girl. No. They not gonna be gray. They gonna be this color until they turn. I ain't got none. This is all the eyebrow I got. I don't do all that wild stuff. Now, when I wear my hair blonde, I would have her light them up to brown, but I ain't got enough eyebrow to be doing that with. This is all I got. It's just gonna be gray right there, cause it's already gray. It's only this part and this part that ain't. The rest of it is going gray already. So I'm just gonna do it. But anyway, like I said, what was I saying? Journal about your spirit stuff. Journal about the spiritual gifts that you want to see in your life grow. And then also, don't be scared to ask for carnal things. You can do that. It's not too late. But definitely, I don't care if you just write down, I'm not happy with myself. Whatever it is, you need to journal every day. I don't care if you do it in your phone, whatever, but you will not change your life until you start to look at your life, until you evaluate what you're allowing, what you're doing, all of that stuff. It matters. And this is why, another reason why God be like, look at your life and look at what you're doing. He's always calling us to recall what it is that we did, to pay attention. And sometimes we don't. We just be living life and going through. But you will never get to see your full potential if you live like that. You'll always be like wishing that it was another way. But once you start to live in the way that God wants you to live, you won't care if it's whatever you thought it was gonna be or not. I needed to hear this. I've been having a hard time more than ever. I feel disassociated. No. Listen. You know how you can kind of look at it? Like, you go to school, 9 months out of the year? And then 3 months out of the year when you was in elementary school, you didn't see your friends. Did that mean they wasn't your friends because you didn't see them in the summertime? Some friends lived in your neighborhood, but some friends didn't. And maybe you didn't see them or talk to them the whole summer, but as soon as y'all get back to school, baby, it's what it is. You go through things. And it's not always going to feel the same every single day. You know what I mean? It's not. Just like in a relationship. You don't feel the same all the time with your spouse every single day. Sometimes you love them more than others. Some days you love them, but you just don't want them looking at you. Some days, that's relationship. It's about growing to love. And even now, God is pretty silent, though. I ain't gonna lie. Like, he's talking, but it's also like he's kind of silent, so it's kind of weird. I don't know. You know what I mean? It's a, I don't know the feeling. But that's a lot of times, baby, when he wants us to seek after him more. Like, he playing hide and seek now is what I feel. I said that earlier. I feel like he's playing hide and seek, and he will do that. Because he want to see if you going to come running after him if he get quiet. Are you going to come looking for him? Or is it only he got to always meet you where you at? He play hide and seek with you. That's why he said seek and find. What is hide and seek? Ain't hide and seek, seek and find? It's just another way to say it, right? He hid something, now you got to go find it. He didn't hid himself or moved from where he normally is, and he just want to know if you going to look around the room and find out where he at. Or you just going to stand there and wait on him to come back to you. Would you want to deal with a person that only want to talk to you when you come to their house? They don't never want to come to your house? You always got to be the one driving. You always got to come over their house. They can't never come to your barbecues, but always want you to come to theirs. You ain't never dealt with a one-sided person. Huh? I have. I used to tell people, it's the same distance from my house to your house as it is from your house to my house. And I would be driving cross country. You ain't came and visited a while. I said, you ain't never came and visited me. Ooh, girl, that's far. I said, the same distance. If it's 2,100 miles from my house to your house, it's 2,100 miles from your house to my house. Period. And sometimes God be wanting to see if we going to come looking for him. He want to see if we going to not, because normally he's right there at our beck and call. So what if I don't answer the first time? Will you call me again, or you just going, that's just going to be it? I believe he's playing hide and seek. And not in a way to where like you can't find him, but just seeing if we gonna go to another level to seek him. And that's it. Yeah. And do count mileage. Because I used to drive cross country, girl. 32 hours, honey. With 4 kids. By myself. And my family be talking about, we ain't seen you. I said, I ain't seen y'all either. After about 4 years of that, baby, I'm not driving. Ain't damn one of y'all came to see me. I'm paying to come out there. I get out there. Y'all cut up. I'm not doing that. I can save my money and go visit some of my friends that I actually like being around. And it ain't going to cost me all that money. Mm-mm. Another pattern I had to learn. And now my family be like, I don't even know why y'all ask her if she coming. Y'all know she ain't good. Y'all didn't learn my pattern. I will not be there. I learned. I'm not doing that. I used to take my kids to Arizona every summer. We would go visit family members in other states. I'm paying for all of the driving and doing this and all of that. No. And baby, I say my daughter graduating, don't nobody show up. Oh, okay. No, thank you. I won't be spending no money to come visit. No, I'm not going to no funerals, birthday parties, baby showers, nothing. Unless it's my kids, I won't be going. I don't even go for no funerals. Happy New Year, Pumpkin. Mm-mm. Once you learn people's patterns, you're not going to keep doing it. I'm not going to keep leaving and feeling upset. Why would I keep doing that to myself? No. And I don't feel bad. Like, when my family has stuff, if I'm on social media that I share with them, I'll snag some of the pictures, smile at them, save them to my phone, and keep it moving. Hmm. Because guess what? God has been too good for me to keep putting myself in situations where I gotta be hurt and he ain't hurting me. Y'all still got an hour and 30 minutes here. You hear what I said? Do you realize how crazy that is? When God is not hurting you, but you cry to him about the people that's hurting you, but he want to love you and not hurt you, and you won't give him full reign to do that, but you're always asking him to fix the people that keep hurting you. How about quit going around them and just spend more time with him, and those pains will heal, and you won't have to keep getting those cuts opened up. Yeah, definitely. And that's not saying you can't go around nobody. God will send you some people, but maybe he needs to heal you first before he send you around some other people, so you don't create the same situations that you left. Because some people, if they're used to it, they will create it if they don't have it. Chaos, stress, whatever else it is. Yeah. Mm-mm. You don't gotta give up. Like you said, you ain't gotta give up your peace. And that's not saying you don't love them or care about them, but if being around you always makes me get to a place where I'm gonna get in trouble with God, I gotta stop coming around you. Yeah. You said they smoke and drink. Okay. Well, then you don't go around them. Yep. Do you know where you at? Wait a minute now. Amen. I get it. You might not know where you at now. Hold on. That is funny. I get it. Mm-mm. I don't. But I mean, whoever it is, if you messy, if I gotta, I just went through that Thanksgiving and Christmas. They mad because I didn't show up, but I'm not included in the group message, so I didn't show. Girl, if you don't, I already know about it. My family be planning something for girl 6 months. They'll call me the week before it happened. Mm-mm. You said, yep, hurt people, they do. So what's one thing that you're not taking into 25? I included in the message, and I still didn't go. You sent me your stuff, didn't you? You sent me your stuff? I know you did. I know you sent it. I have a sister who will argue that God made the plant. The plant. I have a sister who will argue that God made the plant is from God. I have the same argument. Cher, do you take medicine? Do you take any medication from the doctor? Mm-hmm. Okay, but you know that the people at church or whatever that take all the pills, they're more of an addict than your sister. God said He made the herbs for us to eat, and it's medicine. Okay, because medicine is not what they tell us it is. Medicine is the herbs and stuff from the ground. That's how you get your heart medicine and all of that kind of stuff. Blood pressure medicine ain't nothing but garlic crushed up, and they put a whole bunch of other stuff in it. So I agree with your sister. And drinking is not a sin unless you get drunk. Jesus drank wine at the Passover, and He said, "I ain't gonna drink it again until I'm in heaven." You can't get drunk off of grape juice, babe. They said, "Oh, they weren't drinking that." Well, I don't. I mean, they sell. You can get grape juice on Wix, so I don't know how you getting drunk from that. Right, right. So anything that you do, it can, as long as it's not in, as long as it's in moderation. You know, my family has a spending problem. They spend. I mean, they work hard, but they buy a lot of stuff they don't need. Well, excessive buying is, I mean, greed. You know what I'm saying? You can't drive all them cars, you can't wear all them clothes, and you steady buying them. It ain't no different. It is not no different. Yeah, because I used to be a 66er. I used to be like, they over there smoking and drinking, and you lusting in your mind after the minister. So it's the same thing. You sitting in church. At least they didn't come into church with their BZ and they cup. You in there looking at that single minister, talking about he could very well be my husband, and you didn't see y'all getting married and everything. You ain't paying attention to the word. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying it could be a number of things. You could be in church judging somebody. You know what I'm saying? You could have a judgment. It's the truth. You could have a judge. Maybe you never smoke, never drink, never cuss, but you judgmental. You see a person on drugs and you formulate an opinion about who they are when you just cast judgment. And God said, don't do that. So I think that religion has made levels to sin when there isn't any. God didn't say these sins are going to hell and these sins. I get it. I get it. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But I'm just saying there are people that make levels of sin. Oh, well, I don't do that and I don't do this. Oh, okay, but you do whatever you do. So I think with that, it is everybody got something. Does that make sense? Even if it's not smoking, even if it's not drinking, even if it's not premarital sex. Because I know a lot of people that got married as virgins, but baby, they are backbiters to their heart. Been in church whole life, been in a pew, but baby, they will run everybody's business. You see what I'm saying? Tell everybody business in there. So then you a talebearer, or you backbiting, or you doing what that. So that sin is no different from any other sin. Being a glutton or sin is sin to God. He said all sin. Okay. Yeah. Right. And no sin is greater than no sin. When God get to pulling sin out of all our muscles, it's whatever your sin is. You know? And then he's going for the hidden sin first. That's why I'm just trying to get it all out. If there's anything in there, just take it out so that there's no hidden sin. I don't want no hidden sin. Just come get it. Just do whatever you need to do. Just take it out. Yeah. Yeah. Just come get it. Whatever ain't like you, take it. Because whatever ain't like you, if it's here when you come back, that means I don't get to go with you. And I don't want that. I don't want to. I don't. Ain't no. I don't care what it is. Come get it. If that's what you want, take it. And sometimes that's really hard to just walk away. But you got to think anything that attaches you to this world that you don't want to let go of is going to make sure you don't make it into paradise. You chose that over him, whatever it is. And everybody got their thing. So, you know, everybody got their thing. It says we was all born in sin and shaped in iniquity. So that means it ain't one person that's completely perfect. Yeah. Mm-mm. That's why I don't listen. I be trying to tell people, listen, this is what I've seen. This is what God showed me. This is this. This is that. Thank you, but we all here trying to figure it out. Everybody, excuse me. We all got something, and hopefully we can all get rid of it together. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's it. I mean, because it ain't like we ain't gonna know each other's business anyway. Yeah, but oh, Judgment Day, baby. Ooh, wait. Do you think most of the people in the world, if they knew that Judgment Day was going to be in a big coliseum and everybody was going to be able to see and hear, where you come from? I thought you was gone. Here she coming here, put her hand up. Stop. Just stop. See, I was trying to go into the new year with a smile, and you keep bringing up second Baruch. I just said, you know what? I didn't even know where you. I thought you was gone. And here she go. I was trying. You should smile. You know why you can smile about second Baruch now? Who want to know why you can smile about second Baruch now? Because you're working on it. You working on it. Just think, if you never knew about second Baruch or Ezra or Enoch, just think if you never read that. It's a difference from when you read it 2 years ago or last year or whenever you heard it. Because now you are actively renewing your mind every day. which is what one of the things that God said. Did he not? Aren't you working on yourself every day? If you find yourself getting in a certain attitude, you say, "Oh God, wait a minute, forgive me, please. I didn't mean that." You go back in and you apologize. You do things that you wouldn't have done. You said, "I'm always around, Lord Jesus, like a little sister with your hand under the door. What do you want? No, you cannot come in my room. I don't care what Mama said. No, this is my room, and I don't gotta let you in here. No, you didn't leave nothing in here. You didn't leave your red sock in my closet. No. The door's locked. I know, because I knew you was about to try to come in here. Because you're always around. You always around. No, but yeah, listen. Listen. This is the thing. I'm grateful for y'all progress. You said, and you busted our, look, ooh, you can't type that no more. Girl, they trying to get rid of our page. No violence. You said I gave you a big old hug. I gave you the biggest tight hug and a kiss on your forehead that almost knocked you back. I sure did. You want another one? You want one of these smackdown kisses? I got one for you. I got as many of them as you need. I sure do. Got as many Happy New Year. I got as many as you need. How many kisses and tight hugs you need? I got as many as you need. All them tight hugs. Yep. Listen, that part. I got all the tight hugs you need. Your queen gonna say no. Don't actually. You do. You know what I thought about too? A moment ago when I walked out of here, and then I'm gonna go, y'all. Y'all know what I thought about though? And we talk about this a lot. But you all talk about the training you got here, right? But think about if we're put into a situation like the people in Nazi Germany, in Yahtzee, Germany. God forbid. But say we had to go through a situation similar to that. Do you realize how much stronger your mind is now that God has been able to get in there and weed out all that other stuff? He's been able to fill out a lot of the cracks. Maybe not all of them are filled, but mentally, you're probably a lot stronger than you used to be. And things can't take you out of your character. They can't. Y'all remember that game in gym where you had to balance yourself and they push you and you gotta, and then they push you and you gotta try to hold it. This is what we've been playing the whole time. Now back in the day, the devil used to push you and you would topple over. But now you got some core strength, do you not? He can't push you over like he used to. Because you done learned how to ground your feet. And you like, come with what you will. I ain't going nowhere. Because you had to build up. Because it ain't in this. It's in your core strength and your legs. You said love from the CERCA TROVA church. Betty. Yeah, remember when I used to get mad when y'all used to call this church? See, I didn't even grow from that. I'd be like, it's cool. I didn't grow. I used to get angry. Y'all remember, this ain't church. And don't come over here with that church stuff. Y'all remember? Now I don't even, I just be like, well, it used to make me angry. Don't come over here trying to tell me that we need to pray and all of that. Go do that in your closet. Do you want what I got or not? Sure did. Lord help me. You said, that's what I just lived through. I got him out of my house. I'm trying to tell you. Yep, I got off my head. I got my head hugged off for saying that. Oh! She's so petty. She said, hey, saints. She said, I sure did get my head, because she used to be like, this is not church. You said, because you doing what God said. Yeah, but this ain't church, though. It's school. Y'all, if I would have started this like church, y'all wouldn't have stayed here. Be honest. If I was on here, and I'm not knocking nobody else on here, I'm not. But if I would have started this like that, y'all would have been gone. I was tripping yesterday. He ran away, but I said, enemy, you a lie. I'm not getting out of character. I recognize the pattern. I found him today, but I prayed and let that handle it, that part. And you Take it from me. I used to run away. Ain't no sense in stressing yourself out because whatever's going to happen, if they want to leave, they will find a way. They'll leave from school. I used to leave from school all the time. Just anoint the house and anoint your shoes. And that's it. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. Because if they want to leave, they going to leave. I promise you they will. I know. Take it from me. I used to wait till my mom went to work. I ran away from school. I found a way to get away. So, just pray over them and, ask God to shield them and protect them because we don't know what our kids is going to have to go through. That's the crazy thing. Girl, my kids used to up and be on the other side of the country. I want to go live with my grandma. Bye. Pack your stuff. I'm not about to make you stay here with me. I'm not about to make you do that so you can make me miserable, have me stressed out. Nope. Of course, he's 14, so you can't do that. But when my kids was younger, if they'll get mad, I want to go live with my... Bye. And don't call me when she get the tripping. What you want me to tell you? I ain't about to be stressed out. What caught my eye was the furniture dresser with bad handles and you talking low. You said what? What caught my eye? Uh-oh. Wait a minute, hold on. What did I just do? You said what caught my eye was the furniture. The dresser. What dresser with bad handles? I ain't had no dresser with bad handles. I don't even got a dresser. What is you talking about? I just figured the last class in Revelation owed to me, so I've been getting good word, and he trying to steal my joy because my key is the only thing he can use against me. Of course. But Oh. I'm like, what? Okay. Yeah, he will use your children for sure. But you also got to remember your baby got our kids have a life they have to live too. The same way you can remember experiences from when you was 14. Same thing with your baby. We got to remember that they are living the same life we live. And sometimes they deal with even more pressures than we deal with. And we tell them, oh, you don't got to deal with. Yes, they do. Sometimes they have to deal with more than what we have to deal with because they live in an information age. We did not have all of that. You know what I'm saying? You said, yeah. Got to do something to keep your mind busy. But we got to remember, they are living their life. Like, I can tell testimonies from when I was 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So what we got to do is get to the root of why. That's the most important thing. Yeah. Yes, they had to. Oh, I don't. Oh, you saying a dresser handle being demonic or something? Oh, I don't know, girl. We didn't have 1,300 classes. Ain't no way I barely be. Y'all to be the ones like, you remember? No, actually, I don't. I don't remember. I don't. Sometimes he bring it to me. Sometimes he don't. But I love y'all. I'm about to go. I'm about to go get in my bed. Baby, I don't remember. I can't tell you the classes I taught last week. If something come up in the news, I remember. I don't. Sometimes I don't. It don't. It don't. I done taught 1,300 classes in less than 3 years, girl. I couldn't tell you I can tell you the base of what's on most of them, but what day or what it was, no. Because none of this is scripted. There's nothing written down where I can go back and say, oh yeah, I taught that on the 14th. If it ain't on YouTube, we won't know. Because I can remember, like, okay, we've talked about it. That's why we got the song. Then we talk about it. But what day? Girl, you know I don't be remembering. Y'all be telling me, like, remember? I be like, we did? Oh, okay. Get it while it's hot. Get it while it's hot. Y'all remember when I used to tell y'all people would come up and they'd be like, do you remember what you told me? And I said no. Because it was probably for that moment. But don't you remember? No. And you can't try to make me remember. I said no. You didn't take the advice when I was giving it to you? I don't know. And people think I'm being funny. I'm not. Because a lot of times, okay, but you know what? Okay, remember when I told y'all that people get used to me as a person? Okay, who, when you first came here, and I used to tell y'all that my friends would say to me, is this CERCA speaking or is it you speaking? Like, is it God speaking or is it you? I've been here for some of those conversations, hot and ready like Little Caesars, I'm trying to tell you. Mm-hmm. Baby, I don't have no dresser. There's not one dresser in my house. I do not have a dresser. Mm-mm. And I'm going to be honest, I don't remember, but I don't have a dresser. There's no dresser in my house. I built shelves. I don't have a dresser. And I have buckets in my room and a shelving unit that I built. I have not had a dresser since I lived here. So I don't know. But back to what I was saying. So do y'all remember when I used to tell y'all, people would say to me, oh, that's just CERCA talking, and like not think that, like, just my, like, if I wasn't talking about the Bible, they didn't think God was talking through me. Could you see what I'm saying? Right? So if it wasn't scripture, then, oh, God ain't using her. But who's been here and we've just talked about regular life things and God spoke to you through that situation and it didn't have nothing to do with scripture? But God was still speaking to you. So just because I'm not up here, and the Lord said, and y'all, there have been several deep conversations that we have had here that God fostered, and it didn't have nothing to do with the Bible. It was real life, because wisdom is not just scripture. Wisdom in daily affairs, in the wisdom of the affairs of life. So people think, oh, if it ain't biblical wisdom, baby, God ain't, that's them talking. Well, most people that God used and been through some real things in life. You hear me? You see what I'm saying? Solomon went through some things. David went through some things. They didn't only have spiritual advice to give people. And this is what God be talking about when people be so spiritual, they be no earthly good. Because if all you can do is... So, that was a thing that I used to get. I still get it. I still get people doing me like that. I don't know if that's you talking or the spirit talking. Either way, God still uses my body. And it don't only have to be scripture coming your way for God to be using me. You mean to tell me that when God sent Jesus to help his dad or his earthly dad build the bed, what was spiritual about that? What was spiritual about Jesus stretching the bed for Joseph when he went away to go get the wood? Other than it being a supernatural occurrence, what was spiritual about it? What? When he asked that lady for a cup of water, he was God. He could have made water pool in his hand. Did he need some water out of the well? Did he? When he can take mud and turn it into sparrows that fly away at 4 years old? He didn't need no water from her. When he called her a hoe in a nice way. Hello? At least you said it nice, Dad. Because he dang sure called her a hoe in a nice way, didn't he? He said, where your husband is? She said, I ain't got no husband. He said, you sure did say right, because you done had 5 and ain't damn one of them been yours. He said, you answered correctly, baby, because you done had 5 husbands and ain't damn one of them yours. Dang, Jesus. Yeah, cause that man got listen, cause the man you got and the one you got now ain't yours. You had 5 of them. That's a nice way in the sand. You a thought, but I'ma help you not be a thought no more. You wanna not be a thought? I can help you. That's what he said. He said, sound like my kids. Hilarious. On that note, good night, Donna. Good night. You see what I'm saying? That's what he said. Did he not? Okay. Translate that into our time. The woman at the well, Eric. He told her, he said, where your husband? She ain't got no husband. He said, you're right. And the one you got, you didn't have 5 of them. And the one you got right now ain't yours. You hear me? So if you was to hear a man saying that now, it wouldn't sound like that. Right? So Jesus could be at the soda machine, and here come a chick trying to get something out of there, and she like, how you doing? He like, how you doing? Can you grab me a soda out of here? She like, what you mean you want me to grab you a soda? You ain't even supposed to be talking to me. Ain't you one of them goody two shoe boys? Why is you over here? You ain't even supposed to be talking to women like me. He like, can I get, you gonna give me a soda or not? Anyway, where your husband at? I ain't got no husband. He said, I know you ain't lying. He said, cause I heard you been messing with 5 of the men down in printing. And the other man you messing with now, he ain't your husband either. Who is you? How you know my business? She says, you a prophet or something? This is the conversation if Jesus was on earth right now, is how it would happen. They at the Quick Trip getting a fountain drink. They was at the drinking well. That would be the same thing as a soda machine. Rinka. I mean, think about it. If that conversation were being had today, he'd be like, girl, I know, because I heard you messing with, you didn't mess with 5 of them dudes down there. And ain't you messing with Mr. Barney? How you know that? Who told you that? Oh, you watching me? Nah, but I know you need some help. Come here. Let me holler at you, little mama. I'm about to help you out. I mean, how do you tell somebody I know you didn't have 5 husbands and ain't none one of them yours in a nice way, and the one you messing with now ain't yours? How do you say that? Listen, I'm trying to tell you. I'm just saying. This is what this. You said, girl, not getting slushies. I'm trying. Where they gonna be? We ain't got wells no more. Where you going to get something to drink at? At the Quick Trip? At the Circle K? At the AM/PM or whatever your gas station is? So technically, she would be at the slushy machine or soda machine, something. We ain't got water wells no more. Excuse me, girl. Can you give me something to drink? That's what she asked him. Can you give me some water? That's what he asked her. Can you give me some water? So he'd be like, hey, can you buy me a soda? Can you buy me a soda or a slushy? She like, I don't know you. He said, but I know you. I heard the little dudes you've been talking to. Who you know I've been messing with? I heard you like messing with married men. Boy, that's old. Yeah, but what about the one you messing with right now? Ain't you messing with Mr. Barney? This is the conversation. Is it not? Is that not what he said to her in our updated terms? That's Queen said, not to trap. I'm trying to tell you. I mean, if it was happening right now, that's how it would go. We ain't got no wheels. So they gonna be at the Quick Trip or something. They gonna be at a gas station, grocery store somewhere. Right. So, I mean, how you? It is what it is. This is the thing. Mr. Barney is sugar daddy. All of them was if they already had wives. If they already had wives and this thing got around the town that you like messing with people's husbands. I mean, it is what it is. Everybody know. She like, how you know my business? Everybody know, girl. Come here and sit down right here. Let me talk to you. So, while folks be trying to act like it's holier than thou, baby, you must not be reading the same book I'm reading. Because it was so much shicey stuff going on in there and drama and chaos, honey. And stories that I see in real life all day long. Prime example. Y'all see that lady just unalived her daughter on Christmas? A lady about our age, like 44, she unalived her 23-year-old daughter. Shot her like 5 times or 8 times or something. Y'all seen that? In North Carolina or something? It was like North Carolina. Look like black folks. Baby, she shot the mess out that girl and killed her daughter on Christmas or Christmas Eve. It's on TikTok everywhere. It's on TikTok. I want to say it was in like North Carolina or South Carolina. Baby killed her daughter right out there in the driveway. You saw it, Queen. Queen saw it. And you know what it made me think of? Paul and Thecla. Good night. Happy New Year. It made me think of Paul and Thecla. Ain't that what Thecla's mom was trying to do? Theoclia? She was trying to put her daughter to death too. Because she didn't want to do what she wanted her to do. It was going to let her burn at the stake. Ain't nothing changed. Everything, the world is still the same place. It is. Ain't nothing changed. So, the Bible is real. And if you follow it, you're going to see stuff before it happened. It is terrible. But if you think about it, it's exactly what the Bible said was going to be going on. Yeah, a guy took himself out yesterday. Yeah, it's a real thing. Ain't nothing new under the sun. It's not, Mama Bear. It's not. I'm trying to tell you. It is not. No. And so that's why when people be trying to make it like, oh, you shouldn't. But you know what I see now a lot? Everybody is acting out the Bible in a hood way. All kinds of people. All kinds of people is acting out the Bible. I have seen it, and it makes me smile a lot. Because before it was only holy and only, everybody, unless they was doing like the choir scenes and stuff like that, everybody was super holy, and now everybody be thugged out teaching the word. I like it. It's great. They be thugged all the way out. You said you got 6 girls, 6 boys. That part. They be thugged all the way out, acting out the Bible because it's real stories. You even got some young girls that are doing story times, and it's scripture. Y'all seen that? How I used to do when I came over here, like when with the cheating wife. Remember, I was telling y'all the story about, let me tell y'all about this story time with the cheating wife, and whole time it was the Bible. It's a lot of people doing that now, and it makes me very excited because the young people are thinking they getting a juicy story, and whole time they getting the Bible. So however you got to deliver it, it makes me excited, for real. It really do. I've been seeing it everywhere, and it just makes me smile. I ain't saying people wasn't doing it before, but I didn't used to see it a lot. And as a matter of fact, people was telling me I probably shouldn't act the Bible out like that because that wasn't holy and all that old stuff. And now everybody knows. There's that. Anyway, I love y'all. Happy New Year. We made it 3 years. Woo woo. We made it 3 years, y'all. I thought y'all was going to get 6 months. God let y'all stay around for a whole 3 years. I can't even believe it. Most people don't last this long. Most people be gone by now. They be like, yeah, the hell with this. I'm blowing this pop stand. This lady is crazy. I'm getting away from her. Woo woo. We did. We made it 3 years, Queen. And did. I'm grateful. Happy New Year to y'all, too. Thank God for letting us do this. Yep. Yeah, you are. You a junior now. Look at you. You a whole junior is. Really, y'all should have been graduated. Some of y'all working on y'all PhDs. Cause we be in y'all take summer school and y'all never take a break. Y'all been in school for 3 years straight, most of y'all. So technically y'all seniors, if not already graduated and working on a PhD. As many hours as y'all didn't put in, for sure you could have one. I'm a super senior now. I'm not leaving. Hilarious. You said, well, yeah, you said I told you I'm a forever student. Listen, when y'all say that super, we might have to get us a t-shirt that say that WOIU super senior. I'm gonna talk to Alicia about it. Can one of y'all make them? Y'all make them and send it to me to approve it, and we'll send them out in a PDF. Somebody make it. I don't. I tried. It didn't work. Cool. Somebody want to make it? Y'all can volunteer. Just let. I gotta okay it and make sure, and then we'll get it in a PDF. If y'all want to make it, send me some ideas for 22, 23, 24 for y'all certificate. Y'all make them, and then we'll get the one that we gonna choose. We'll have a kind of something. Yeah, y'all make them. Not everybody make a different one. Y'all make up one, and then we'll choose together which one we're gonna use. Okay, I don't want folks. You want a diploma? No. We're gonna make one. Whoever want to make it, we'll. Or if you got a couple people, y'all want to make them. Just make like a little PDF thing. You don't gotta be whatever. Cause I tried, it didn't work. I don't know what I was doing wrong. So if y'all open, y'all know somebody that do that kind of stuff and can put some stuff. We'll look into it, and whichever one we choose, we'll choose as a group. We can use it. I think she said she didn't get enough pictures, or she didn't get enough, or I think she said she didn't get enough pictures, so she just didn't do it for 24. I She just talked to me about that puzzle too. She's just sent me the last of all our stuff that we had over there, as far as like hats and stuff. It'll be here sometime this week, I guess, or whatever. But no, cause I think she only got like 4 pictures, and she said she didn't want to do a whole bunch of pictures with just women, but it was only like 4 pictures. So right, it was only like 4 or 5 people that sent them in, and that's a big old thing. So she was like, I said, well, we'll maybe get one next year, cause that's a lot of work that she has to do. You know what I'm saying? And then too, she was like, it's all these women. We only got 1 or 2 men. She was like, I want more men in there. So we gotta get some more folks. Listen, yeah, yeah, yeah. So I love y'all. I'm about to go. What's crazy is I sent him 2 pictures for the first puzzle, and I didn't make it on there. So I'm wondering if she's receiving everyone's photos. She might not. Queen, you is on that puzzle. The first puzzle we got, you on there. I thought you was on the first puzzle. Oh, did I do WOYU or do that? I think I did mine. I don't even think I put my WOYU one together yet. Maybe I'll do that. You ain't on that one? I thought you was on there. Girl, I don't know. We'll have to get one together. But people gotta send the pictures in a timely manner too. Cause that's a lot of work for her to print those out and do all of that, and then get them packaged, and it'd be a lot. And y'all know she got her other jobs and stuff like that too. So maybe we can get another one for this year. I don't know. I'll ask her. We waiting on this our new hoodies. You said thank you for this WOIU ride, D. I love you too, Joy. I'm grateful. Look, we on it together. And we don't know when it's gonna end, but at least we got some good minutes in. Probably. 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 I wouldn't be surprised. We got some good minutes in these last couple of years, y'all. I'm grateful for that. You know what I mean? I feel like we spend our time wisely. Even when y'all wasn't on here. You know what I'm saying? We didn't spend our time. We didn't waste it. We tried to give God as much time as we could, learn as much as we could about Him, all different things. So hopefully those things count for something. You know, hopefully you do. We don't know how you're gonna do it, but we spend our time learning, and that's a good thing, and applying too. Not just learning, but learning and applying, and that's been a benefit for all of us. Not just me, y'all too. Everybody, us. I learned from y'all. Y'all learn from me. We learn from each other. It's been great. So I'll see y'all later. Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to 2025. We here now. No, Miss Celia, going on in there and see your family. They been waiting on you. Going on in there. This how 24 got us feeling. Is those my children? I ain't seen my children in so nigga, we here bad. You heard me? We done been through it over here. I absolutely love every moment we spent together. It's truly an honor. It is. It is. That's how 24 don't got y'all feeling like that? Baby, it's like, we waiting on Miss Millie to pull up. Talking about you ready. Okay, so I need you. Here's your list now. I need you to go on and do the rest of the stuff I need you to do. You hear me? We waiting on Miss Millie. That's all we waiting on. And looking by the election, when she done showed up. Miss Millie is then showed up. She'll be pulling up about the 19th or the 20th. They say she on the way. So, I mean, oh, Sophia gonna go and get you some meat. All right now. That's what I'm about to be. Listen, I love y'all. I'll see y'all, Lord's will, later on today. Listen, y'all know. You see, yeah, it's just like I got up out the floor with 20. I'm trying to tell you, 2024 was a doozy. It was. You said I'm too done, girl. Let me quit. Y'all know we gotta have us a good laugh before we get off of here. I'm trying to tell you, we got to. We got to do something. You gotta laugh to keep from crying. All this crazy stuff going on. We got whole aliens flying around, nigga. This is the Jetsons. Yes, I am. I don't know if I'm gonna start it at the evening or when I'm gonna start it. Yeah, I don't know. So I will see y'all. I don't know if I'm starting my hiatus at the evening or when it's starting. So I'll know more when I get up. You're welcome. You're welcome. And you know I'm just used to saying I'll see y'all tomorrow too. I just always say that. Yeah. I don't know what time because it's already in the day. It's already 1:15, so it might start this evening. It'll be in this day. Yes, I love you too, Pumpkin. And I'm very grateful that we have all got to know each other. You know that? Very grateful. I'm happy I got to spend my last 3 years with y'all. Because ain't no telling what I would have been doing. Not no crazy stuff, but I probably would have just been focused on my cash or whatever else it was, you know? And I got to build these amazing relationships with y'all. And it's definitely been worth it. Better than running a trucking company. For sure. Yep. I love y'all. Happy New Year, family.